I want you to, you know what?
That's exactly what I want you to do. I
The,
want you to start
the
saying it right
pen
now.
is back in Teddy's hand before you say anything.
Okay, but the rule is Ted can't write and be on the show because he doesn't pay attention to what we say. It's already so difficult.
Who are you? Do I know you?
Oh,
I know what you're
why
saying.
do you always want to play that game? See, this is why people think when they send in their tips. This is why people say stuff like, and I get a lot of this stuff. Like even on ones we don't use, like you should be nicer to Ted. And I always want to. I just want to send it back. Like maybe you should just shut the fuck up. Yeah, maybe if you knew Ted and you hung out with
you
him.
know, maybe-
Ooh, snap.
I think I'm a professional victim at this point. You know, that's what I'm trying to be. I'm trying to be a professional victim.
Yeah,
How am I doing?
I'm gonna make you a professional victim, dickbag. All right.
You're drinking way too much, Your Excellency.
Yeah. I need some male sons. I need some male offspring. And it's always her. No, we're not doing that. Okay. So this, I got to do this because I completely freaked out. I walked into the store today. I walked into Jewel to get some groceries, and I'm checking out, and I never go to like the checkout line where they do it for me.
Yeah,
I always do
you
myself.
Self checkout. Yeah.
It's easier to steal.
Yeah, yeah.
You do a lot of things by yourself.
I'm just. Is it circle jerk? Is not no. And so I'm looking at. So I stop and I look after I'm putting all my stuff out, and the woman asks me like 4 times, "Is everything on the conveyor belt mine?" She's like, "Is everything yours?" I go, "Yeah, I like it." And she goes, "This is all yours?" And I'm like, "Yeah." I go, "I'm going to put it all together in a stew, and I'm going to cook it all together. I'm going to put some of it on top of the frozen pizza that I bought." And she looks at me. She goes, "No, you won't." I go, "I'm going to do it now just because you said I won't." Yeah.
That's very funny.
And then she looks at me and she goes,
Such a doubting Thomas.
Because I kind of spread everything out. I only had like 10 things, but they were literally spread out all along. And then she goes, "What about that stuff at the end?"
Wow. She's like,
There's nobody in line. It's just me.
yeah.
It's just me.
Well, she was very proactive in making sure that. Well, if it's a conveyor belt, because I thought self checkout is just a little scanning.
No, I
part,
didn't
there's
do
no-
that. I didn't
Oh,
do
you.
self-checkout.
Oh, you did.
Yeah, I
So
did.
he was into 10 items or less with 15 items. Like what happened to me?
So you had a human being with
Yeah.
a conveyor.
I just
at the end
didn't
of the
want to.
conveyor belt.
I didn't want to scan anything. I just didn't feel like it.
Yeah, that's fine.
I
It's
just-
work.
Yeah,
It's work.
I
yeah,
just
so-
wanted somebody else to do it, and it cost, and I'll never do it again because it cost me. Yeah.
Have you gone to the new Amazon store, the Express?
You know,
No.
I meant to go in one of those stores, and I think the one time I tried to get in, it was actually closed. But I know there's one up the street here.
Yeah,
Ted, it was 2 a.m. You were drunk.
a brand new one opened, and I went there for the first time. They'll use your Whole Foods app, so you don't have to download the specific app for the store.
Okay.
You can get in with your Whole Foods app and just walk out with it as well.
So you scan like
So you
going in
scan your way in, a gate opens.
Yeah.
You do whatever you want. You can grab a cart or you can grab a bag. The
Right.
bags are a penny. So you can grab a bag and put the items directly into the bag.
Okay.
And then when you leave, there's the same type of gate with the scanner, and you just scan your way out. The entire ceiling is full of cameras. So it follows you, tracks you around the store.
Okay.
And anytime you pick something off the shelf and put it in your bag, it charges you for that.
So you don't have to scan each
You,
individual item.
you
then.
scan nothing. You put it in your cart, your
See,
bag.
I like
and you
that
go,
feature. That's
"What?"
pretty cool.
Yeah, and they charged me for something I didn't buy. The very first time I used it.
Okay.
Because I was supposed to buy some pita bread, and as I walked in the bread aisle, I picked up this French loaf bread. And I'm like, no, I'm just going to get the pita bread. So I put it back on the shelf, they didn't have pita bread, so I went back and I bought 2 loaves of that instead. It charged me for 3 loaves. So so when I picked up that first one, it assumed that I purchased it, that I put it in
So
my
that's my
bag.
thing. What if you?
See, I
what
don't
if-
like
Yeah.
that.
So what if
I
you
don't like
put
it
something
either.
in your cart, but then you change your mind and put it back?
Well, I think you need to, I don't know. And then you do not get a receipt for like 2 hours after you leave the store.
Yeah. So that's the glitch.
And they tell you
probably.
that too. The guy's like, and I was the first time in there, and the guy's like, you're not going to get a receipt for a couple of hours, but it'll be like an itemized receipt, and it'll be emailed to you.
I don't like that at all because I look at stuff I have to look at stuff to make
I
sure
do
there's
too.
no
But-
sugar
but as
in
long,
it or
but as
no
long as you
high
don't put
fructose
it,
corn
so you
syrup.
can look at it, but as long as you maybe don't put it in the bag, is that
I
the
didn't put it in
trigger?
my bag though.
Oh, you just did
No,
this?
I barely picked it up. Yeah,
Oh.
that's what I'm saying. Just like
Ooh.
Matt's saying, I didn't even hardly
Yeah.
remove it.
So
I
you need
just,
to have.
I read a lot of stuff.
You
So
need to
do
have
I.
some
I
tweezers.
told-
You need to have some tweezers to just like gently move
Yeah.
it on the shelf.
but I will tell you guys this, and I'm not a big I don't like the whole big industry and whole way Amazon is now running the entire world. I'm kind of against that. But I patronize Whole Foods, and I go there and I have Amazon Prime.
Is Amazon and Whole
They're
Foods
running-
the same thing?
Yeah, Amazon bought Whole Foods.
Oh, I didn't know
not
that. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Hello, Ted, and welcome to
Wow.
Matt and Ted. Welcome to today.
Yeah.
So that was one of the best shopping experiences of my fucking life. And I go shopping 3 times a week at grocery stores. It was amazing. The store is absolutely beautiful. Everything in there is great. There's nobody in there. You just get your shit and you walk out. It's
And you get overcharged.
Well,
I mean, except for
it was
except for
89
paying
cents.
way too
It was
much.
89 cents, and I went right onto my Amazon account, and I was able within a few minutes to figure out how to, say that, hey, I got charged for something I didn't get.
Yeah.
And then like half hour later, I got a confirmation saying that my account was credited 90 cents.
Okay, that's fine.
And I didn't. The 90 cents isn't the issue. I just don't want to get charged for something I didn't buy, and I don't want this to be a habit. So I don't know, like Matt, I don't know how I feel either going in there again, because this particular trip I didn't have to pick up many items and put them back.
Right.
But normally I'm like you. I do look at shit.
Yeah. I just, there's so much, like Jackson shitbagged me the other day. He bought some hand lotion, and I thought, no, not for that. Not for that, Ted. But no, he bought some, and so I said,
What are you, like a ninth grader?
Yeah.
Jesus
Yeah.
Christ.
He's doing a lot of math.
But the lotion can be used on other body parts
Oh
except your.
my God.
Okay, I don't know how you could use your knee to masturbate.
So he bought some.
So he bought some hand lotion, and I'm like, well, I just got some, and he goes, well, that's full of preservatives. I'm like, no, I specifically bought like stuff.
Oh, yeah.
So he walks over, he grabs it, and he takes it, and he puts it in my face, and he points to 3 things. He goes, see those things? He goes, those are plastics. They cause cancer, and they'll kill you.
Wow.
And I'm just like, what? Okay, is there any way you could say that nicer? I mean, that's. But
Is that
yeah.
why he has a black eye right now?
I wouldn't want to. You know what's funny? I think I still have the "you're my dad," and I'm a little nervous. But I mean, after I'm sitting around and having a couple of drinks, I'm pretty sure he knows he can beat the shit out of me.
Dude, you cannot say that out loud.
What?
It's the cardinal sin of fatherhood.
Telling him I'm drunk?
If you have a son,
No.
that is obvious.
Yeah, but I know
There's
I know
no
where all the
words that
bullets
need
are.
to-
Well, maybe someone's waiting for you to fall asleep, Mark.
Yeah, you got 2 boys.
I'll tell you.
I mean, at
and
some
I'll
point
take
they're
both those
conspiring.
Yeah,
motherfuckers
and
on.
you know they
Yeah.
got walkie-talkies.
You know they're conspiring. At some point, you're gonna some arbitrary bullshit thing, and you're gonna leave, and they're gonna be like, all right, tonight's the night. Yeah. All right. We know the plan.
Here's the
We
code.
know
I,
the-
I challenge him all the time
here's
because
the-
he's a big kid. He's a big kid. I said,
Here's the code word. The pearl is in the river. The pearl. The pearl is in the liver.
I told him.
What?
Do you ever see that skit, that SNL skit with the father and the son from Boston when they're in the grocery store? Oh, is this the day? Is this the day you take a swing at your father, huh?
Oh, little Great
Tough guy?
Santini.
Oh, I didn't see that one.
I tell him that all the time. Oh, is this a day? Is this, huh? Come on, let's go. You're going to take
No,
a swing at your
no.
old man?
No, because you said Saturday Night Live, and I haven't watched that in years.
Oh.
I watched a little bit when they
remember,
did the
Mad,
Trump
then,
stuff.
Then Mad TV was good for a little bit. Then that kind of went down.
Oh, Mad TV was real good.
Yeah, then it
I
kind of
enjoyed
went
that.
down. Yeah.
This was an SNL skit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Their
They're terrible.
their skits are no, I'm talking not. These are their shorts, the pre-recorded shorts that they
Oh, the ones they know how to end properly, and it doesn't
yeah,
get stupid.
it's
and
not
weird.
like it's not one of their skits in the studio
The
or
live-
on the stage.
the
I mean,
live
worst.
yeah.
The worst.
But
I
their parody
Yeah,
shorts.
sure.
There's one with Affleck, Casey Affleck. Where
Okay.
they do this whole Boston. They do a play on the Dunkin' Donuts commercials.
I've
Oh,
never,
it's-
I've never actually
they're
seen
absolutely hysterical.
it. I got to
Yeah.
watch it.
Yeah.
I got to watch it. Wait, hold on. Does Ben Affleck actually?
No, it's Casey Affleck.
But Ben Affleck's in the Dunkin' Donuts.
Yeah, he's in the
commercials.
real commercial.
No.
Like,
Oh,
he
yeah,
was in the
maybe he
Super
is.
Bowl.
I
He was
don't
in
know.
the-
making fun
Oh,
of
He
him.
was in the
that's right.
Super Bowl halftime commercial. He's like, I didn't see the commercial, but he's like at the Dunkin' Donuts window, and it's
but-
obviously Ben Affleck, and everyone loses their shit. You know,
Oh, I
No,
didn't
no,
know
they
that.
call him like Mark Wahlberg or something.
Oh, that's
the
funny.
gag is, or he's who's
Oh,
the
Matt
who's his-
Damon.
Matt Damon.
Matt
yeah.
Damon.
That's
yeah.
pretty
He's like,
funny.
hey, everybody, look, it's Matt Damon, and he's just like, no, I'm Ben Affleck, and he go, oh, were you the one married to what's her name? Yeah, how'd that work out? And stuff,
Yeah.
stuff like that. All right,
Are you guys still married?
yeah, but here's the thing. So I'm in the grocery store. And I'm in the aisle, and I look over at all the magazines, right? And I want to just see how UFOs are. You know, there's still a National Enquirer, there's still
Yeah,
a
there is.
Star,
Yeah.
Oh,
It's amazing.
yeah.
and I saw the Sports Illustrated swimsuit edition.
okay.
Oh, someone's grandma's on the cover. What's her name?
Martha
Stewart.
Stewart
She's like 80.
is on is and by the way, in a very revealing swimsuit.
I didn't see.
And I have one question: what the fuck is happening in the world that we went from smoking hot babes, okay, and I get smoking hot athletes, to Martha Stewart? What?
There's nobody
What are
beating
we
off to
trying
that
to-
cover.
No.
No one's beating off to that cover. Could you
No.
imagine if we got that issue in 1989?
I would be.
If that was the issue that came out in you know how much we looked forward to the swims. My friend
Oh
had
my
a
God, I
we-
love
we
that.
couldn't-
Swimsuit issue. I was just jerking off to the lingerie section of the Sears catalog
no,
back
but
in
this
the
was
day.
special, just
Dude,
because they were
my
kind of
buddy-
wet.
My
and-
buddy
yeah.
Dave had a subscription to that, and every year when that swimsuit issue came out, it was nobody left his apartment for like. It was awesome.
That was
Did you
before.
guys have like a grouping?
No, we weren't masturbating.
That was
we were
bef-
looking at the magazine.
that was before the magic.
We weren't masturbating.
That was before the magic porn machine came into existence.
Everybody
guess-
was loading up their spank bank.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
Well, you know what?
I gotta go home now.
They're
I gotta go
filing
home
that
now.
away, yeah. While it's also fresh in your head.
But
okay?
that's true. Now that we have online porn in our porn machine, it doesn't really matter who's on the cover of that because, I mean, nobody reads a magazine anyway.
Yeah.
So you might as well just put the least attractive human being on there, and that was Martha
Well,
Stewart.
so she's not like she's unattractive. She's just elderly. She's elderly.
Ted. Ted.
She's elderly.
Listen to me. She might be very pretty for her age
Yeah.
or for whatever, But Ted, it's not.
You
It's
have
just
Matt,
not
Matt,
Now, if you want to see
Ted,
Betty
Ted,
Davis,
guys,
Betty
guys,
Davis,
guys,
Sports
hold on,
Illustrated.
guys.
what's
She is a listener. She's an
Christ
avid
almighty.
listener to our show.
that would be.
You guys are unbelievable.
Well, you know what? If she comes
never
if she comes on the show, I will personally apologize. Well, I don't have anything to apologize for because I didn't say anything bad about her. I just said I was just questioning the veracity of an 80-year-old
Ted,
woman.
I just
being,
told you she's a listener. Why would she ever come on?
Yeah,
because she's a
we're
fan.
screwed
Because
now.
she's a fan.
Yeah. Dude, I'm just telling you, man. It was weird, man.
No, I was just trying to say most people that listen to the show
I didn't
won't
see.
come on.
I didn't see. I didn't.
That's
I,
your thing, right?
I
Matt?
heard about it, but I didn't actually see that Sports Illustrated. But I did hear about that she was on the cover.
Yeah, it's funny. I was telling
I'll be
you
right
guys,
back. I'll go get an issue.
Yeah, I was telling you guys
Probably a collector's item,
after
you
we
should
were
get it.
golfing on Sunday that we actually the last like 10 people that I've asked to be on the show have all turned us down.
I know that's what. Yeah.
It's been like a mass crazy exodus.
11th
of,
time's a
like-
charm.
Yeah,
What's that time of year? It's not good for podcasts.
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah.
I guess. But you know what's funny is that instead of just like ignoring it, everyone has responded. All these people have responded.
Yeah.
It's like one person was just here. I'll give you the funniest one. There's a woman who makes. She's like a botanist, and she talks about plants. And I thought it'd be kind of cool because she makes stuff out of plants. And there's certain, I thought it'd be interesting,
Yeah.
right, to get her on.
Sure.
I get her publicist.
Oh,
I
wow.
didn't even know a woman like this. She's written a bunch of books,
Okay.
but I didn't. Her publicist says she's now. She didn't say she didn't want to be on the show. She's too busy right now.
Right now.
But she's got a new book, and I don't remember what it was about, coming out in 2024. And that if we get back to her, she'd love to come on and press her book
Okay.
with us.
Okay, then so
Matt,
that's
in
an
a
open
year from
invitation.
now.
Yeah.
Matt goes,
In a year
"Ooh."
from now.
Assuming we're
Ooh, you're good.
Assuming we're here a year from now,
Well, yeah.
and not on an island somewhere drinking mai tais.
Islands
and,
in the stream. Yeah.
I just listened to a podcast about publicists. It's about how publicists work. It's hilarious. It's because they're different agents, right? A publicist is somebody who's a writer like her or somebody who's famous. Most actors have publicists and agents.
well, it's like an assistant, right? It's like a high-end assistant, like
No.
an executive assistant, right?
No, they
obviously
have
you-
assistants too.
Right, but you-
publicists.
but you can't- yeah, but usually with famous people, you can't, or an important person, quote unquote, you can't reach that person. You have to go through their
Yeah.
entourage,
Yeah.
usually like an executive assistant who filters the information to them. Like I think Donald Trump said one time, he goes, important people don't answer their own phone. They don't answer their phone. Somebody else answers it for them. If you answer your own phone, you're not that important.
I don't
Oh,
actually
well,
answer
but
my
listen.
own phone. I barely ever
I answer it
my
for
own
you.
phone.
I always say you're not there. What is this? Publishers Clearinghouse Sweepstakes. Yeah, I'm sorry, Matt Thiel can't come to the phone right now. So
That's
That was loud.
yeah. I don't know.
Sorry.
I don't know how it works. Okay, so can we do like a little public service announcement for people?
Ted, that's Ted's thing. He did one last week.
No, I mean I want to help people out because
Sure.
it's that time of the year,
Right.
and I feel like we might have missed it, but we can get them ready for next year.
what time is that?
You ready?
Okay.
Graduation time.
Oh yeah.
Graduation time. So there's a lot of graduations going on, and I've seen a ton of these really weird stories about people who get online and complain that their kids weren't allowed to graduate and they weren't allowed to go up on stage.
I'm seeing those stories.
right?
What,
Because
still this year or back in 2020?
no,
Just now, yeah.
Still.
No. Here's why. Okay, so the school says, all right, everyone wears a blue uniform and a blue hat
Yeah.
and a yellow tassel.
Tassel, yeah,
That's
yeah,
it.
right.
You cannot. Okay, we don't care what you wear underneath, but that's it. And then somebody comes with their blue thing, and it's half blue and half red.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then somebody says, okay, we said this like 20 times.
Yeah.
We sent out emails and all stuff,
Yeah.
and now you can't graduate unless you have an all blue one.
Yeah.
And then the parents, of course,
Of course.
get online and like what the fuck? How my kid is and then the person, I guess a girl showed up and she's proud of her
I saw it,
heritage
yeah.
and she's got her robe all decked out in her whatever heritage she has, and they
Yeah.
said we wear red. That's not red, so you can't come up here.
Yeah.
And she's being picked on and all this kind of stuff, and I was like, there's rules for everybody.
Yeah,
It-
I feel the same way. I was really upset by that article. It was defending people who can't follow the rules, and think that they don't apply to them.
Well, basically,
So
it's
they showed up anyway, and then they didn't get what they wanted,
Right.
knowing that they wouldn't get what they wanted because they told
well,
them in
they did it
advance.
on purpose, because it's basically
they
number
did.
one, you're enabling bad behavior. Number two, they know there's going to be conflict, and that's kind of like their 15 minutes of fame. Oh, look, I'm being persecuted by the man or the system, even though they know full well. Just like if you start a job and your job is at 9 a.m. and you show up at 10:30 a.m., you can't say, oh, well, I can show up at 10:30, but these people have to show up at 9. So I mean, it's kind of like in certain situations you have to follow the rules. Yeah, if you're in the privacy of your own home or somewhere else with your friends, yeah, do whatever you want. But
Yeah.
in some
And-
situations,
and a lot of times I feel like that the parents say it's okay, and they just they lose track of that.
Yeah.
So for everybody who's going to graduate, because all our kids have, I think you're the only one that has a kid that still has to graduate, right?
Yeah,
Mark?
from high school. Yeah.
From high school, yeah. But just go with the program. Go with the program, okay? And then number two, when they say, listen, we have 100, we have 200 people that are going to graduate. Don't scream out and stuff. Everybody just wants to get the hell out of here as fast as possible.
Yeah.
Go to your party, enjoy yourselves.
Well, you got a great story with
Yeah.
that with at ISU
What do you mean?
when Jackson's graduation with the cheering and the screaming. Remember?
Oh yeah, but I mean, yeah, and I'm just like, just don't do it. Just can't you have a little bit of control over
Because
yourself?
they scream over the next person's
Yeah,
name.
they scream over that,
Yeah.
and then okay, listen, especially like
ruins
8th
it.
grade.
Yeah.
Like 8th grade. I get it. This is probably the only graduation your kid's ever going to have, right? right? But come on, man, just shut up and let's get out of
that's
here.
what GEDs are for.
Yeah, I get it. It's the first one that's ever graduated from grammar school in your family.
Yeah.
But there's
Here.
other people.
And I'll give you a good one because I thought of this too because I saw that there were fights and stuff. This is what I lived through when I was teaching. We had a kindergarten graduation. Kindergarten. which isn't really a thing.
vicious. That's vicious.
Both my kids graduated from kindergarten.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we didn't. I mean, but
They
we
had a
didn't have
huge
that.
ceremony under
They're
10.
vicious in
You
kindergarten.
ready?
Yeah.
So obviously divorced family.
It's
so
big.
mom and new boyfriend.
Oh yeah.
And husband and new girlfriend.
Yeah.
And of course,
How much drinking has
the,
been involved?
Yeah, the
Yep.
baby, the little baby's
Yeah.
graduating. It's 10:00 in the morning.
6-year-old.
And of course they say, hey, and I'm watching this. I'm watching this happen, right?
No, 5-year-old.
Yeah, 5-year-old.
Fi-
And they say,
five-year-olds.
listen, stay in your seat, take pictures after.
Yeah.
Blah blah blah, and we'll do this. And what do? Both sets of new parents or both sets of people get up right in the middle and start screaming to their kid to take pictures.
Like jockeying for position to get a photo and everything.
And then pushing and shoving, and next thing you know,
Nice.
and I'm watching this, and this is, I don't know, my 5th, 6th year as a teacher, so
Yeah.
I'm about 35.
50, 60
Full
years a teacher.
on, full on. Are you ready? Guy versus guy, not good enough. Both mom and new girlfriend are absolutely battling,
Yeah.
punching,
Nice.
fighting,
Mm-hmm.
smashing each other. And we have to, and we had a lot of guy teachers, which is
Yeah.
kind of cool, security guys. We actually had to
Watch 'em.
drag these people off of each
Nice.
other.
Referee. We
And-
actually had to referee this thing.
And by the way, it wasn't just that. Every possible swear word that you could think of as you're hitting someone. By the way, dressed like absolute skanks, like they're going out to to make about $10,000 on the street, and they're trying to murder each other
Yeah.
on there.
They were
Beautiful.
all dressed up and no
Beautiful
one to
people.
blow.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
So
it was
so
an
who's
absolute
got the
insanity.
camcorder
Well,
on
they-
that?
they
Teddy,
probably-
who's got the camcorder
yeah,
on that?
they probably parked in the handicap spot and littered on the way in anyway. So so
Because that was
they-
like
they're-
20
that was
years
par for
ago.
the
So
course,
there was no cell phones really.
No
right?
cell phones.
So there's
We-
camcorders.
We got nothing for it. but
camcorders in your head.
it
I guess 20 years
was-
ago we did have cells.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then so every year after that, because then they would bring in all the guys that worked there and be like, okay, you ready? He was like, let's not have a last year. Let's not have a 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And then they made this big thing. And from that year on, there was always a police officer at, are you ready?
Yeah.
A kindergarten graduation at my school.
Beautiful.
Is that insane?
Well, actually, no, it makes perfect sense. I mean, think about all the fights that break out of like a little league game, like 8-year-olds playing, and I think there was a case of like some father of like a 10-year-old like sucker punched the ump who was like a 65-year-old disabled veteran because he basically told the kid to like kind of like calm down, and I guess that was too much for the parent to handle. So
Yeah. Okay. And then one other thing, senior pranks. Okay.
No bueno.
Okay. Listen, senior pranks are funny.
from like high school
Okay.
or high school, like
High school.
Yeah.
I guess I didn't. I mean, that's
I've
a
never been-
senior.
I've
It's
never
not-
been- I've never been
but
on
people
either
are
side
starting.
of it, yeah,
So senior pranks is stupid, silly. I like it. Okay. Like here. At one year when I was at Lane, they put a greased pig, and they let it go. That's cool. Grease a pig.
Yeah.
Grease a goat.
It's kind of funny.
Let it free in the cafeteria.
Yeah.
I don't know. Grease something.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not really that creative. Okay. But now,
dead rat, on
But
the-
this year,
Grease a rat.
no, this year the pranks were actually kind of terrifying.
Yeah.
In Connecticut,
Oh, I thought you were talking about seniors like you,
Yeah.
like senior citizens.
Oh, senior citizens. No, I'm talking about like
Seniors in
seniors
high
in high school.
Oh,
so,
God.
so in Connecticut, for their senior prank, and this doesn't seem pranky at all. They dismembered a cow. They went into the school at night. They dismembered a cow. They brought it into the school at night.
They didn't.
They dismembered a real cow outside of school, I guess. They dismembered a cow, and they brought the pieces into the school at night. They broke in and just threw it all over the school.
Yeah,
Pieces
that's
of
not really funny.
Dead cow.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Pieces of dead cow
Yeah.
all over the place.
It's like Children of the Corn graduating from high school.
It's Mordecai.
Yeah.
Malachi.
Malachi.
Is that? I mean, that's like way. I mean, that's way beyond.
Well, that's like animal. I mean, they should be arrested for animal
They
cruelty.
just did. They,
Yeah, so,
they
you know.
North the prep school right here in Niles.
yeah.
Did you hear about what they did last
No.
week? They went and took 2 cows from a farm somewhere not far from here.
I didn't hear about that.
And they dismembered them.
No, they
Oh.
just let the cow. They took the cow, walked them off the pasture, and let them go. So there was a cow at like 8:30 in the morning walking down Milwaukee Avenue.
Oh, like by the school? Then?
Yeah, by the school.
So they stole a cow, brought it all
They
the way to the
stole
school.
it cool. Yeah, and they let it go at the school, and it just kind of walked down Ballard. And
But
was
they didn't
walk-
let it in the school. I mean, isn't the?
I
Isn't
think
it a
maybe they
prank to be-
tried to get it in the school, but it didn't end up in the school. So I mean, cows sometimes are their own people. Cows
Yeah.
are people too.
You know, cows kill more people.
So
cows
they
kill
have
more
their-
people every year than
Than
like
people.
dogs. Yeah, because I think that cow tipping, like a cow weighs like 1,000 pounds, and people who try to mess with it.
Mm.
Yeah, no, we did that in college. we ran out and did some cow tipping. It's they're impossible to tip over. They're
Do you ever
super
hear my?
heavy.
You ever hear my? What do you call the?
Oh God Almighty! Are you going to do
I
an?
can't even-
Are you going to do an impression? Don't do a British cow. I feel like your cow's.
G'day, mate.
Oh jeez, it's not a Britain.
I-
That's not Britain.
I
Okay.
know I did.
All right, so
no, my veal imitation.
you that is
That's disgusting, but that's how they do it.
I don't
man.
eat meat, so it's all gross to me.
I mean, a veal is a baby cow.
Yeah,
Just
yeah,
kinda-
whatever,
and then
man.
they
It's
just hit
food.
it in the head.
It's food. I don't freak out about that. I really don't give a
I
shit.
actually have one funny Lane Tech story real quick. It wasn't really a prank, but I got blamed for it. So here's what happened. I remember I was 15 or 16. I think I was 16, and I was a junior, so I was in class, whatever class it was. And there's always that one guy in class. He's a good-looking kid. He's real popular and everything. Not me, of course. He's almost like adult-like because he's like more mature than everybody.
Ted,
So
you were hot in high school.
I was not, but thanks though. So anyway, so for some reason,
Oh man, I
Me-
want to see how this ends.
me
Go
and
ahead.
this guy were like we were sitting at the same table. It was like some type of science lab. We're talking. Just I
One
can't-
thing led to
I
another.
can't remember what. I can't
Brown-
remember what it was. I can't remember what it was. I can't remember if it was anything personal or just school related. Okay, and then I think like
What the hell's wrong with you, dude? I'm in a room with a couple of freshmen. So
and then about two
In the
peri-
middle of class,
Yeah, so
right?
this middle of class. Yeah, nothing came of it. So anyway, it's
So
just
you
me and this
guys,
guy
you
sitting.
guys did not.
I'm gonna tell you what happened. Okay, so here's what happened. So, and then I think the same day, like 2 or 3 periods later, there's like some football rally, for homecomings coming up
Yeah.
or something. So we're all in the stands. Not that I want to be there. I'm kind of forced to be there because you have to show your support for the team that I didn't give a shit about. But anyway, I did my duty. Anyway, this guy, who I just saw 2 periods ago, he comes running onto the field with what turns out to be a Bible in his hand, and I thought it was part of the show, you know. And this kid apparently had some type of nervous breakdown and just freaked out and they basically had to restrain him and drag him off. And then I remember a couple of girls in the class who I'm assuming had a crush on this guy. They were blaming me, thinking I put these ideas in his head like that. I was like Charles Manson. I told him
you
to
were
run
the
onto
last
the
one
field.
seen with him?
Yeah, I was the last one seen with him. So I'm the suspect.
What? So
She's
you
they're like, what did you tell him? What did you do to him to make him do that?
you will go crazy.
Well, I said,
today.
unfortunately, I'm not a trained psychologist or psychiatrist, but it sounds like this guy's fucking crazy.
So was that your first Ted's tip? If I were you, at the
Yeah,
rally,
I would run into the field
I would grab a Bible and just go crazy.
and just make a jackass out of yourself. So.
no more.
Thanks, Ted.
No more in-person
And then,
tips from Ted.
And then, when you go to that locked psychiatric ward, just tell them Ted sent you there.
Oh my god.
That was actually pretty. I mean, it wasn't funny, but I mean, I got blamed. Like I actually literally got blamed.
That's
like,
weird.
they're like,
Why
what
would
did you do
why
to
would
him?
anybody blame you for that?
Because apparently they must have seen me talking to the guy, so so I was like,
how many people
Man,
could you
it's not
imagine?
the first time
Yeah.
somebody that Ted was last seen talking to
Yeah.
went off the fucking deep
I
end.
mean, I might have
so
made
they
a
just assume he did it again.
I mean, I might have made a suggestion that he was having a bad life at home and he should just run onto the field and just release the inner child in him and just, so that might have come out. I don't know.
Mr. Johnson, Ted's making people crazy again. Yeah, could you make him stop talking? Yeah, one day he'll really screw up people's lives. I don't know if you gave him a microphone or something. This could be bad.
I whispered to him. I said, "Are you sure you don't want to run out there and make your presence felt? Go get him, Tiger."
Jesus Christ! Oh my
And
God!
don't leave a divot.
All right, you know what? I feel like
when you whisper, it just creeps me out.
I know, doesn't
especially
it?
when I listen to the show the next day.
Yeah, it's really weird.
That's whispering
Oh my
Teddy.
God! Oh man. Okay. Let's see. We should probably get this thing rolling.
Oh, we haven't started yet?
No, I mean we haven't officially started. Yeah. Oh, and by the way, if you're gonna do a senior prank, don't take a picture in the yearbook like this kid in Arizona did with a football thing, and leave your dick hanging out, because he got in a lot of trouble. He
They
actually
put it in the yearbook.
yeah, I guess it got through his prank. And now he's facing he's facing like
Kitty
child
porn,
pornography
yeah,
charges
It's
and
a
indecent
penis. It's
exposure.
just a penis.
Even
But
though
I guess,
he's
I guess
17.
kids under 16 saw it, and they're
just
they're,
a penis.
Yeah.
No, he's facing like 25 or 30 charges.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Registered sex offender time, all
yeah.
that good stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, but I saw some really cool. I thought these were funny pranks. I looked up some funny pranks.
sure there's
So
funny pranks
some
out there.
kids, they said they took
That's actually
screwdrivers.
one of the funniest pranks I've ever heard.
Your dick out?
Having his dick out. in the
I think it was funny until he got busted. But
That's pretty funny. Now to get in the yearbook,
I'll
dude,
tell-
it's even funnier.
I'll tell you. Actually, I want to hear before we get to the story. After you tell me that, I want to hear about the prank. Any prank you guys have ever pulled on somebody. It doesn't have to be senior high school related. It could be anything. So I have a good one.
Okay, can I? I'm going to come
Yes,
clean.
yes, you may.
Ted, we're not doing a show.
oh.
No one listens to this. Yeah, this is just
You've been wasting
my way to
you've been
get you
wasting
down
my
into the
time-
basement.
Wasting my
Yep.
time for 7
And he
weeks.
wouldn't know any wiser. He'd be none the wiser because
Yeah.
he's never.
listened to the show. Yeah.
Oh my God, that would be
My
the
sister's in on it.
I've been
a year.
Ryan
The
Tracy.
greatest prank
Yeah.
ever.
Is Ashton Kutcher going to come out because I've been punked?
Yeah. The gun guy, all those people that came down into our basement.
I was,
yeah.
I was,
in
halluc- I
on
was,
it.
no, I was,
They're
all
halluc-
bullshit.
I was hallucinating. I was
Yeah.
just, I was taking, you were spiking my drinks with magic
Yep.
mushrooms the whole time.
This is the Ted, a 1.5 year long-term prank. Congratulations. Yeah,
That's a good one.
Yeah, but no, I saw some really good ones. One group said that for their start at the senior year, they took screwdrivers and they unscrewed tons and tons of things, like unimportant things that
Yeah,
weren't going to
sure.
hurt anybody,
Yeah.
but just unscrewed tons of things. Took all the screws out, and so all these different things were getting looser and looser.
yeah.
And then they left a giant tub of screws in the principal's office.
Yeah.
When they graduated.
Yeah, that's pretty funny.
Like screw you.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Could be, yeah.
I thought it was.
That's clever. Yeah.
Yeah, I
You're
thought
not
it was
not hurting anybody.
No, I
you
thought
know,
it was
so-
hilarious.
yeah.
Okay, so one group this is way back in the day, but class of 1985, they printed up 10,000 business cards that said class of 1985, and starting at the beginning of their senior year, they just hit them everywhere. And he said, because I was just looking this up, he said to this day, people are still finding those cards hidden in different places.
That's pretty
Oh,
good.
that's
That's pretty
funny.
good.
That's
a
kind of
good one.
gross, man.
Well,
I mean, doesn't that mean you haven't really cleaned anything?
Exactly. Where's
I mean,
the janitorial staff in that
yeah.
school?
Yeah. Oh, this was cool. One group said they broke into school, removed the center drawer from all the teachers' desks, and switched them with other teachers. So that when
that's
you
dangerous, dude.
yeah, I know. That's what I'm like. What did you find?
Yeah, no.
Right? Because I mean, I don't have anything in there, but it would be really weird. Like,
Yeah.
what? What? Why do you have a massager? Yeah. What? That's really weird. Yeah. So I was just looking, and there was just this one was kind of cool.
I was thinking that maybe they might find some cigarettes, Matt, but
cigarettes. Oh no, that's not very funny.
Hand massager,
So
lotions.
So I guess
Potions.
a band, the kids in the band, they did this. They had this thing that the band director stands on when he's out in the field. Have you seen
Yeah,
like a
that- like,
ladder?
yeah.
Right? So this guy had this special ladder,
Mm-hmm.
right? And he had it forever. And then they went up onto the roof of the school while everybody's looking. I mean, he's there. They had the whole thing, and they threw it off.
my
It just broke to pieces. Now, here's the funny
That's just
thing.
mean.
No. Here's what made it cool. Here's what made it a cool prank. They bought him a new one.
Yeah.
So as he
That's
freaked
good. Yeah,
out,
yeah.
they went
Wheeled
into
it,
his
they brought him a
office,
new one,
or
yeah.
whatever. They brought it out.
Yeah, that's
and
good.
They,
That's
They
nice.
showed him a new
Okay,
one.
that was cool.
and then there's this one where they beat the shit out of this principal's kids.
And then,
I'm like, I don't know. I mean,
They
it's,
killed.
uh,
And then the one where they killed the principal's dog, but they got him a new dog.
and then they turned out to be paid actors and stuntmen. It wasn't really their kids.
That is
killed this dog.
They got him a new one.
We didn't really
It's
kill him.
fine.
We just put ketchup on him to make it look like he was dead.
Yeah, we just what did Ted Belladonna? Yeah.
Nightshade.
Yeah, Nightshade.
Nightshade.
All right, so let's go ahead and get this thing started so that we can kind of move on here. And we got to get to Ted's awesome tip because I'm really excited about this one.
G'day, mate.
I got
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I got limited.
Here's a hint. It's from down under.
Yeah, and this Ted has heard about this tip for several weeks
It's
because I
really
actually
good.
forgot that I sent it.
Yes.
And so we've used other tips in
Yeah.
here.
Okay.
Hey, you
Yeah,
know what?
and-
We might have to do a Zoom with these blokes.
That would be really cool.
Yeah, we haven't had it on somebody from like really far away since Thordor.
No, we had Nick was in Norway or something.
Oh, that's right. He was. Yeah,
Yeah, he was
that's
in-
right.
he was
I
in-
kept thinking he was in New York.
He was actually furthest away. Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll get somebody from Australia. We get a lot. I mean, it's one of the most popular countries that we listen to.
Yeah,
yeah.
great.
It's America's obviously first, then India's. I think India and Australia are close to second now.
Thank you, Australia.
Yeah, but all right. So let me do this. Hey, everybody. My name is Vance Turbo III, and this is the Real Three Idiots podcast. I really like that name. I don't know something about it. With me, as always, is the Archduke of Turdinand, Teddington B. Slapsilly.
Hey, Ron Mexico here at your service, or is it David Dennison? Yeah, I hope you had a great Memorial Day weekend.
Now that time I knew you weren't going to introduce me first.
Yeah, see. And the reigning middleweight champion of the world, Marcus Whipshaw Genitalia.
That's a lie.
Ding ding.
Ding. Oh, I like. Wait, that was a Rocky, right?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
The end of Rocky.
Oh yeah, when he's fighting.
Well, you going to ring the bell?
Yeah, when he's fighting
Ding.
anybody that should have at least killed him in the ring like 5 times over, but somehow he survives. He's like Jason from the Friday the 13th movies. He's just getting stronger.
No,
and
he's
bigger.
like John Wick.
Yeah, he's getting stronger and bigger as each
Yeah,
episode goes along. You know?
Don't even get me started with that. But you know what? I actually that's apropos for what we're going to do today. All right, so no, I mean there's some of it that is apropos to this. All right, let's see. I've got a sponsor. Mark, you've got a song.
Yep.
And Ted, you're going to fuck up this tip big time, right? Because you have no idea what's happening.
But it is a tip.
If you whisper this tip and everyone listening goes crazy, there was a movie like that where like people would go watch a movie and then they just started killing each other.
It's like Blair Witch. You ever see the Blair Witch Project?
Yes.
They're like
That
whispering
was
the whole
scary.
time. They're like, "Hey, we gotta get out of here."
Actually, you know what? You're right. I
was
saw
terrifying.
that. I saw that at Piper's Alley because when it came out, it was on not a big, massive release.
Yeah.
That first few weeks,
That
so it
was-
was only playing at those smaller theaters like Piper's Alley.
Scary as shit.
I saw the Blair
That
Witch
was
Project.
scary as shit in the theater.
No, you know what I thought when I saw the Blair Witch Project? I said, whatever's out there, please kill these people because I want this to end. I can't take it anymore. Especially the guy with the video camera. He's a
but
real,
there was a
he's real
there was
pain
a
in the
minute.
ass.
There was a minute where everybody believed it was actual.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
it wasn't. But
Yeah, it was a clever-
When
it's
I
clever.
saw it, I knew it was like.
Dude, I'm getting goosebumps right now.
Yeah.
Like towards the end when they show it and that chick is in the corner.
Yeah.
I don't like scary movies, man. I don't like to be scared. It's not my thing. I really don't
Watch
like
The
it.
Exorcist. That's pretty tame.
No, but I would tell you that the Blair Witch Project was 1,000 times scarier than The Exorcist.
That was a pretty scary movie.
Well, that was a movie that we probably watched when we were pretty young.
Well, it came out in 72. I
Yeah.
mean, that was a movie that was ahead
Was
of
it
its time.
72?
72. It came out long ago.
I don't think I watched. I mean, I was 5, man. I don't think I
Well,
watched.
no,
The
I watched
Exorcist
it
when I
in
was
like
5.
the early '80s. I know I watched it when I was.
Yeah,
before.
but if you even watch it when you're like 11 and she turns her head around and she's like crawling downstairs backwards and I mean that's pretty scary shit. And crawling on the ceiling, so.
Yeah, but that seems so far fetched.
Linda Blair.
I mean,
right?
when you're the
pea soup for the gum, that was a good one.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's just weird.
That scene, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, but when you're 11, you don't
Yeah.
Obviously as an adult.
Oh, yeah,
it's-
when
we
you were
kinda
11 or
laugh.
12, when
Yeah,
you
and
watched
see
that movie,
No, I've seen it when I saw it when I was a kid. I saw Blair Witch Project when I was an adult, and I'm still scared shitless. I mean, it's the woods and it's scary.
Have you
and
seen
I don't like the dark.
Have you seen I Spit on Your
I'm
Grave?
a real pussy,
lately?
man.
Oh my god,
Have you seen that movie lately? I Spit on Your Grave, the original one.
I will tell you this. I believe they're making I Spit on Your Grave 3.
Part 3.
Yeah, I believe. Yeah,
they can't. They already made a 4.
No, they didn't. No. Okay, so let me do the sponsor, and then we will get rolling here. Excuse me. This summer, Insanity Films will change the way you go to the theater. There'll be no more good versus evil, right versus wrong, or fat versus skinny. This summer, there will be one final battle for everything. Forget Batman, Indiana Jones, and movies about cell phones. This summer, the only movie you will need to see is Last One Alive. Watch as characters from all 10 Fast and Furious movies, the dwarves from The Lord of the Rings, and every droid from every Star Wars movie clash in a winner-take-all battle to the death with Freddy Krueger, Jason Voorhees, and every actor who has ever played James Bond. But that's not all. You will see the Karate Kids, yes, all of them, team up with all of the Marvel superheroes and Disney's sweetest sweethearts as they try to bludgeon, stab, and tear apart your favorite Harry Potter characters, fully armed and armored Muppets, and not one, not two, but all 9 captains from every goddamn Star Trek movie we could get our hands on. And just when you think you can't take one more second of this hellish bloodbath, we're going to throw in every Autobot, Decepticon, animal thingy, and a dangerously drunk Tom Cruise playing every character from every movie he's ever been in, all at once. This is the last movie you will ever see. This summer you will laugh, you will cry, and you will shit yourself stupid as you watch the single greatest cinematic experience of your life, Last One Alive. There will be only one left. But it doesn't end there. After the credits, watch 100 children armed with flamethrowers and machetes hunt and kill Seth Rogen and burn him alive, making sure we never have to see another movie from the actor Rolling Stone called Worse Than AIDS, every true crime podcast, and getting your balls ripped off by a rabid pit bull combined. Last One Alive. It's more than a movie. It's a nightmare.
That's a good one.
Actually, we should look. I think it's playing at the Pickwick tonight.
Oh, man, we're going.
We should
We're going
go.
drunk.
Oh, that would be a fun movie to see.
And by the way, I'm doing a fucking second verse now. After that,
Don't they still show the Rocky Horror Picture Show? That's like a cult film. They still show midnight showings of that somewhere. I don't know where.
Yeah.
Let's
Rocky
do
Horror
time,
Picture
Let's
Show?
do the time
Oh,
warp
yeah.
again. Yeah, yeah.
That would actually be fun to
Or
do.
Beetlejuice.
they show that every
yeah.
Halloween at
Beetlejuice
Oh,
or
do they?
something. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that'd be fun to do.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if I don't know. I don't like movie theaters anymore. But that's just me. Okay. All right, Mark.
Remember Movie Phone? Hello, and thank you for calling Movie Phone.
Why don't you just tell me the name of the movie you want to see?
That's what great.
I love that. That Seinfeld is one of the greatest things of all time. Oh my god! All right, sing it up, brother.
All right, hang on.
What, are you?
Hang on. I gotta get a tone on, man.
Oh my god! You are really into this?
Hey, you're building me up, man. I got a lot to live for.
No, you don't. Is this not going to happen? What are you?
The man's an artist. Give him a minute to breathe.
Why don't you Christian bail me right now?
Oh, I'm gonna.
I can't do this with this son of a bitch. Piece of shit.
No, while he's doing that, real quick, a Christian Bale story. You heard the soundtrack where he flipped out, like the sound guy was walking through his
Yeah,
set
that's
on
what
the
he's
Terminator.
talking about.
So he talks like he's American, but he's actually from Australia. So like he went back to his original roots. When
No,
he
he's
gets,
British,
Oh,
right?
no, I think he's
No,
Australian.
he's Australian. I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure he's
Who,
Australian.
Christian Bale?
Christian Bale's
Isn't he?
Australian.
No, he's British.
He's something, yeah, but he's
Who gives a shit?
Yeah. Anyway, so long story short, like when he gets upset in real life, like he goes back to his original accent, like whatever village he's from. in
Right.
Australia. So he's like, "You got to get off my set," whatever he's saying.
Yeah.
He's like screaming at him.
That was on the Terminator. You
the
said
Terminator,
right?
one
Yeah.
of the Terminator sets. Yeah, so he lost his composure.
The only one he was in.
Terrible.
All right, we ready?
Yes. I mean, we're fucking waiting. I mean,
Okay.
oh god. I only do this to Ted, but come on, man. Piss or get off the pot, bro. I mean, did you make this? Did you write this music
let's go.
yourself?
Shut
All right, let's
up.
go.
Well, they blew up the Teddy tips and Niles last night, and they blew up his notes too. Down here we're getting ready for a show tonight. Gonna see what this Teddy boy can do. Now there's listeners calling in from out of state, and our phone lines can't get no relief. Teddy's gonna rumble out on the air tonight, but our show's hanging on by the skin of its teeth now. Everything dies, Teddy, that's a fact. But maybe one day every tip that dies someday comes back. Pull your sweatpants on and fix your hair up pretty. And meet us tonight for tips from Teddy.
Oh
That's a good one.
That was
What's wrong
that
with
was worth
sweatpants,
it.
Mark? What's wrong with sweatpants?
Everything, Ted.
Nothing, dude.
Don't encourage him.
Walmart sweatpants are the best.
Don't encourage him. I like that you took off your headphones and you were listening. What?
I couldn't. It didn't work though.
So
I
what was the
tried.
song?
You guys,
Just thought I couldn't quite tell.
I know. I fucked
That-
it up. Atlantic City.
Atlantic City.
Yeah, that song.
Like
Bruce
from
Bruce,
Prince.
No, Bruce Springsteen did
Okay,
it. And then
okay.
the band redid it.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. I mean, I like Prince. Okay. All right, Teddy, are you ready
Let's
for
do
your
it
Ted?
again. I want to do it again.
Oh
I
God, let
fucked
me
that up.
let me kill myself, please.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
You did a good job. You did a good job.
Here you go. Ted, good day from Sydney, Australia. My mates and I love the show and especially your tips. We sent a link to the best teaching pro in Sydney. Hope he can help you beat Matt. We got a new chief at work, and he dropped a hint that is at his old job, the department heads all pitched in and bought the chief a birthday present. A week later, he told us his birthday was June 8th. We need your help. Here is as many details as we could think of. He's boring and tells terrible jokes. His Sheila is maybe more boring. He never mentions sports, vacations, or really anything personal, and we've been asking. The only thing he favors is Tim Tams and Vegemite. Tim Tams are like a biscuit that you put Vegemite on.
Okay.
We collected a pineapple from all 12 blokes, and a pineapple is $50.
Okay.
I guess that's what they
I
say.
like the way you explain what a Tim Tam is, but not what a
No,
Vegemite
he didn't.
is.
I'm telling you. I'm telling you what a Tim Tam
I
is. He
wasn't
didn't
sure.
explain
Yeah,
any
I
of the
wasn't
stuff.
sure. I wasn't
I had to
sure what
look
it was.
all of this
Yeah,
shit
yeah.
up.
No,
Yeah.
but you didn't say what's a Vegemite.
Oh, Vegemite is here. I think I talked about this, but the easiest way to describe it is like brown gravy in paste form that you put on bread.
Okay.
like
Or-
a
or-
pate,
or
like
biscuit.
a
Nutella,
pate.
kind of
Yeah, but it's
Nutella.
brown gravy.
Yeah, okay.
It is literally brown gravy.
Interesting, okay.
We collected a pineapple from all 12 blokes, but we can't buy $600 of biscuits and Vegemite. Help us.
All right. Well, thanks for the tip, gentlemen. Hope you're all doing well, or gals. That's nice of you to pool some. So it sounds like you already pulled the money together for your chief. Let's assume this gentleman is an older gentleman. So let's just say, I'm guessing when you say chief, I'm going to guess he's like not elderly, but let's just say he's in his 50s and 60s or 60s, and you're like all you guys are in your 20s and 30s. So first you have to understand you're probably 2 or 3 generations removed from this guy, so you're not going to have a whole lot in common with him. So it's probably understandable that he's not on the same wavelength as you, so you want to cut him some slack there. Now, to play off his politics, it's nice that you did that because that probably is going to make your life easier in general. So $50 or a pineapple is probably a small price to pay to keep the peace.
And by the way, I want to get that in there. I want to make $50. I want to do that. I don't want to say $50 anymore. I want to say, give me a
Yeah,
pineapple.
that's pretty cool.
Is that
That's pretty
$50 bucks?
cool.
A pineapple's
Yeah.
$50.
Pineapple is $50. That's what they call it. a
Now,
pineapple.
here's what you're not going to get your chief for his birthday. You're not
Are
gonna,
you doing a negative thing again?
No, I'm just saying.
Okay.
Here's what you're not going to get him. Okay, you're not going to get him a glass of shut the fuck up juice because because you want to
keep your job.
You want to keep your job, and you're playing office politics, and you don't want to get
Plus,
him.
it's way more than $50
Yeah.
bucks.
Yeah, shut the fuck up juice is like $4,000.
And you don't want.
Yeah, because Mark and I, we were going to pitch in and get you some, but we didn't want
Might
to
not
spend
work.
that money.
I might need a 3-dose cocktail for that one. So. Anyway, you're not going to get him. You're not going to get him a Colombian necktie, and you're not going to get him.
Oh, my God.
And you're not going to get him a crowd pleaser.
Why are you offering murder?
Crowd pleaser is not a murder.
Yeah, why are you offering murder and sex? Ted,
Do you
this
even know
is their boss.
Wait, do you know what a crowd pleaser is?
They're not going to give him a Dirty Sanchez either.
Dutch oven, dirty.
Maybe,
Yeah,
maybe they're going to buy him a rusty trombone. I
or
don't
a
know.
Cleveland steamer?
A Cleveland
I don't know.
steamer, I don't know.
What's a crowd pleaser?
Okay, so new information for our listeners out there.
Oh,
a crowd
God,
pleaser.
I'm
and
so sorry
I don't.
I asked
I
this.
don't recommend making one, but a crowd pleaser is when you melt down a toothbrush and you
Jesus
put in
Christ.
and you put in 2 razor blades at the end, and then
Oh
you
my God.
and then you slash your enemy with it so they can't get stitches because
He's
the
been in
cuts,
prison.
The cuts are too far apart to suture up.
Ted's been in prison.
Now, I would recommend don't get your boss a crowd pleaser.
Ted,
Self-defense.
Ted, I have one simple question for you. What the fuck happened to you when you were a kid? I know I keep asking that, but you know what? I tell you what. I always say that when I die, I want to go back and find where I hit a golf ball, or if I would have said yes to this or no to that. You know what I want? I just want to go back and watch you being born up till about the age of 14, just to see what happened to you that you're so fucked up right now.
Well, I spit on your grave, Jaws. Poltergeist. I don't
Yeah,
know.
but Jaws was not the shark movie. It was a different movie, wasn't it?
Saving Ryan's Privates.
Yeah,
that stuff
Ted,
like that.
Yeah, Ted, can you help these people?
Yes.
Can you help these people?
Just to keep it real simple, just get them. Here's a pretty standard gift for a boss with that kind of money. Get them an Apple Watch or a Fitbit because that's for their health.
Because he's fat?
No, we don't know if he's fat or not, but it's a
Are you saying I'm fat?
it's a useful tool, regardless of the shape what his boss is in. Or get him a nice, a gift coupon to a nice restaurant or whatever's down there in Australia. And the funny thing, so I was actually
Isn't that kind of a cop out? I mean, you could just give him the $600.
you can give him $600 cash, but like I said, I would probably just buy.
That would be bad.
I would
That
just
would be really
yeah. You don't
bad.
want to do that. You would, like I said, Fitbit, Apple Watch, something that because that's about this. That's whatever the price is down there. I don't know what the exchange rate is down there, but yeah, that's about a $600 item. Get him like a Chromebook or something. Just something. Maybe the guy's technologically challenged. So like not only do you get
I mean,
him.
he's the head of a department. He's
Yeah,
a chief.
well,
he's a chief of
it doesn't-
multiple departments.
Yeah,
No,
but that doesn't
Ted's
mean
right. You could get him something
that
like
doesn't mean anything. Maybe he doesn't use email. Like I said, let's assume he's an older gentleman, even though they didn't say that. Let's assume he's an older gentleman that's a couple of generations removed from his underlings. So maybe he's technology challenged. So in a roundabout way, you're kind of helping him by getting him these technology items, and then you set it up for him nicely, or like a Chromebook, and you give it to him, and like I said, so maybe he's embarrassed. Like I said, we don't know if he's technologically savvy. Maybe he's not. You get him something like that. You buy the piece. At least you buy the piece for another year while he's your boss, because he is your boss, and like I said, he can make your life possibly miserable if you don't play your cards right. Yeah, let him tell his dumb jokes. Let him talk about Vegemite and Tintin. And have a good laugh about it behind his back. Of course, when you all go to the pub and have a drink. But at work, play a little politics. Play nice in the sandbox. Get him something nice. And just move on, So, because it sounds like they already gathered the money, so it wasn't a case of like, oh, we don't want to get him anything.
No,
we already got him. We already got the
seemed
money.
it seemed like the
Well,
boss
he
implied
asked
that.
for it,
Yeah,
yeah.
it seemed like the boss kind of implied that he wanted something.
Yeah,
so,
that's fine.
So is that? I mean, is that good enough?
Oh, that's definitely good enough. Yeah, I mean, that's a pretty expensive item. I mean, and it's a good status symbol too. I mean, he'll feel important. The main thing.
Oh, yeah,
about,
he could wear it all the time and, like,
the main,
oh, yeah.
The main thing about bosses,
Yeah.
you got to understand, guys. And I'm talking to the Australian folks down there. They want to feel like they're more important than they really are. So give him what he wants. Give him what he wants. So he'll have something as a status symbol to show
Yeah.
that he's kind of the ruler of the nest. Even though technically he's not. But the most important thing when you're dealing with kind of people who think they're more important than they really are, let them think that.
I do kind of like the
Let him think that.
And I was going to shitbag this one, but you're right. If he wears that around all the time, it's just like
Status is a
look
status
what
symbol.
everybody
Yeah.
got me.
Got me, yeah.
Yeah.
Play to his vanity. Maybe he's a little bit. I don't know if he's a nice guy, a narcissist, but yeah, play to his vanity, play it up a little bit, and yeah, it'll and the exchange for that is it'll hopefully make your life easier on a day-to-day basis, because obviously it's not his birthday every day. He just got to deal with it once a year.
Yeah.
I'll tell you the way it
that's
would
my
work in this country. If the boss asked for something, right?
It seems
and
like
you
he
did
implied.
not. He did imply. Well, yeah, but so he implied that he wanted something.
Sure.
And here, if somebody does that to me or most people, they'd be like, what? Fuck this guy. I'm not getting him anything. The nerve of him,
mistake.
So now it's a mistake. Why?
Because I mean,
Retribution.
Yeah.
Lawsuit.
Yeah, but I mean,
The,
they really.
the
I mean,
boss. The reason why this happened to me is because I didn't give the boss what he wanted. I didn't give him a
I don't
bribe.
think
I didn't pay him.
That loss. I mean, that's so.
That's the way it
different.
works in this country
But
now,
that would be
though.
so hard to prove, and he could make your life so shitty in just such little ways.
Oh, and the last thing I want to mention, make sure you all sign the card, so when he sees that card, you all get credit that he knows that this is from everybody who contributed, so there's no doubt that everybody's name who got him that gift. Because like I said, if it's just like one lump sum where you just get him the Fitbit, and I don't know how many people are in the department, but yeah, just make sure that everybody, like he knows, you make it known to him somehow that these are all the people. These are all the people who contributed to his birthday, and like I said, yeah, just make him feel. He wants to feel important.
Yeah,
give him what he
that's all
wants.
to do. I feel bad.
or
You gotta
or
work for a
run
guy
a
like that.
run a prank and have the 11 people do it, and the 12th guy they leave his name out,
Yep.
so that the boss shits on him.
Yeah.
Because the boss. I mean, at some point the boss is going to need a guy to point a finger at.
Dude, that's a
Yeah.
great. That should have been your tip.
Yep.
It's
Yep.
so
Screw one
so
guy over,
Machiavellian, yeah.
but screw one guy over so everybody else. Yeah. One has to die so we can all live.
Yeah.
Buy a very nice gift and leave somebody's name off of it.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, don't worry. I signed everybody's name.
Yeah.
Not yours.
Oh, I guess
Chuck.
Roger. Roger doesn't give a shit about your birthday.
Screw you,
Roger, just,
Chuck.
Roger said, "Fuck fuck the Chief's birthday." I got bigger fish to fry.
By the way, this is from all of us except him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Well, no. Then he walks up to Roger and goes, "Did you see what everybody got me?" He goes, "I put in money." I go, "Oh, really? Hold on. Let me just. Let's see. I don't see Roger on here, so go fuck yourself, Roger.
Oh, and by the way, on a side
You're
note,
working this weekend.
on a side note, Outback Steakhouse actually is, even though it deems itself as an Australian steakhouse, it's actually not from Australia, I believe. I think it's from Scranton, Pennsylvania.
Yeah, and
you letting
McDonald's
this
is
out?
not. And McDonald's is not from Scotland. I mean, what the fuck, dude?
Chinese food is not Chinese.
Man, did you assume that the Outback was from Australia?
I thought it was.
Of course I did.
I thought
It
it
was just a
Wait,
play.
are you telling me that a hamburger?
There's no
is-
kangaroo on the menu.
a hamburger
There's no
is not
wallaby
Scottish.
on the menu.
platypus. There's no platypus.
Dude, I don't think they eat wallabies.
But
No.
Taco Bell, not from Mexico.
nope.
Yes.
What?
Yes.
What the hell are you doing? Are you ruining this for everyone? Okay, listen. If you
Wichita, Kansas.
listen, if you're listening to this and you tell your friends to listen at the 49-minute mark, just fast forward it, okay? So that they haven't heard all these horrible things about all these companies that we all thought were.
Folks, that's my tip in Australia. Good luck to you.
So Burger King is not
and
English.
God bless.
It's not
Burger King is not. It's not from the UK.
What?
Prince Andrew has nothing to do with Burger King.
Oh man, that'd be a whole different.
Wouldn't it be
whole
great
different
if that
bun.
was his crown? He walked around with that crown on, the one for Burger King.
So that would be great. You know what? That'd be great.
Prince William was not going to be waiting on you when you get to the Burger King.
No, they take all of Prince, Prince Andrew,
King Charles,
Prince
yeah,
Andrew's
yeah,
money
yeah,
away,
yeah.
and they're like, "Okay, we'll give you $1 million a year, but you have to wear this stupid Burger King
And
crown."
you're in charge of the Burger Kings,
Well, they did actually.
but not the drive-through.
King Charles did cut his allowance to only $300,000 a year, as I mentioned, whatever he was getting before, and they want him to move into a smaller cottage versus the palace he's living in now because they want to downsize because they want to have William and Kate and their family move into the main. Since he's a successor to the
Listen,
king.
listen, they're big enough. If they really wanted to get rid of this, they could have just paid somebody, and he wouldn't even exist anymore.
The irony is when they
Why don't you
cut,
just change the locks on his doors when he's not there? I mean, it's a lot of doors, but
the irony is when they cut their pay, what the hell do they need money for? They don't pay for anything. They don't have to pay for anything.
well, it's just more of symbolic. I'm sure there's
I'm pretty sure when he's getting bribed, he's going to need.
There's
he
polo.
needs
There's
cash.
polo lessons. There's luge.
No, I don't think they.
there's-
Honestly, I'm not
trips
sure that
to-
they pay for anything.
No,
Yeah.
they don't.
Yeah,
I mean,
they
how
count.
could they think about it? They don't go out and then go into the store and the kids do, I think now,
Yeah.
right? But
And there's-
not
I mean-
him, certainly not him.
I mean, we talked about it before that they're worth, 50, 80,
I think there were
$100
$600 million.
Yeah. No, they're in the billions. No, that fund that they all take money from.
Oh, okay, I see.
They own. They're the royal
The real
family is
estate.
one of the biggest real estate
Yeah,
holders
Sure.
in all of Europe.
yeah, I believe
that
it.
family.
No, probably next to the Vatican. I
jeez.
think the church actually holds the most real estate in the world. They're the biggest landowners in the, world.
Catholic
Yeah,
Church.
it's-
Catholic
yeah,
Church.
yeah,
Catholic
it's,
Church,
it's- Oh, so this is funny. I saw the coolest billboard ever. Okay, I'm driving. You guys probably saw this on 90. It says Judaism.
Oh, I saw that.
didn't
What
see
the
it.
hell
I
does
didn't see
that
that. I
mean?
didn't
Ready?
that one.
Judaism. Come for your girlfriend. Stay for no hell.
What does that mean?
It's just advertising Judaism. Like there's no hell. So if you become a Jew, you don't have to worry about going to hell.
I still
Get
don't
it?
understand.
Get it? Like you have a Jewish girlfriend
Yeah.
and you go there and you do. Didn't you guys ever go to church with a girlfriend? Did you
No.
ever? You never had a girlfriend like in high school or college, and you ended up having to go to
What's a
church
what's
with
a
them.
girlfriend? No, I never had a girlfriend.
Okay, I'm sorry, Ted. A random sexual acquaintance who you actually knew her name and knew some people in her life.
I knew the guy in my science class.
Yeah. Look what happened to him.
Until he freaked out on me.
Yeah, look what.
All right, Ted. You're making it sound
That's
more
weird,
like sex.
weird
Like-
science.
Yeah,
Weird science.
Calm down, Charlie.
Yeah,
Calm
you're
down.
making it sound a
Calm
lot
down.
more like sex every single time. Yeah. Okay. This is so bizarre to me. All right.
down.
You guys heard about the guy who crashed the U-Haul into the barriers? Like I don't think.
Oh, the
he even
White
made it
House
to the White
barriers.
House.
Yeah. Obviously, he never got close, but yeah.
Okay, you ready? So according to the feds, he wanted to end U.S. democracy. Okay,
That's the way to do it.
So
okay.
this is how he did it.
Well,
He
we,
got
were
an empty
we
U-Haul.
were way off though because we thought he was trying to work his way into the Ku Klux Klan or something.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Nope. He wanted to end U.S. democracy by running an empty U-Haul into some barriers, not even close, with nothing.
Maybe it was just a prank. high school prank.
I
wouldn't
think
it
he
be
was
great?
19.
He could have used that.
Hey, everybody, this is hilarious.
It's my defense. Yeah. I'm
Go
pledging,
Eagles!
I'm pledging.
Yeah.
I'm pledging.
Go
I'm
Eagles!
pledging for a fraternity.
See, that
I
only
mean- I
works.
mean no harm.
That only works if he's got like 10 greased pigs in the back and he just lets them loose. Yeah.
Then everybody understands it.
Yeah. Go Ridgewood High. Yeah. In your faces.
Can I buy 10,000 marbles?
No, it just seems like such a. I mean, there's no way anybody thinks that, right? Like you're going to end U.S. democracy like that. I mean, wouldn't you just
obviously
let Ron
he's-
DeSantis run for president?
Obviously, he's just
Wouldn't
men-
that be so much
obviously-
Just
better?
vote for Ron. Yeah.
Obviously, we're talking about a mentally disturbed individual who's probably been on some dark websites listening to
No,
things
no.
that
They
you
come
know,
up. No, listen. The dark web and all that stuff
What is
has
the dark-
way better ideas
dark web?
than. Okay, here's what I want you to do. Hold on. Let me type this up and see if somebody does it. Get a U-Haul. Don't get anywhere near the actual White House. Run into some brick things and then scream. Viva U.S. democracy! No. I mean, it's just such a weird concept. Like, I always wonder what people are thinking when they do stupid shit like that.
Well, and since we said dark web,
which you might be an expert on.
Putin is listening now.
You might be a fan. We
The
don't
bots
know.
are on us now.
We don't know. Yeah.
Well,
dark
Russian
web.
bots. Russian bots. We don't know what's going.
You know,
on.
Putin is complaining that the Ukraine are plotting
Oh, now they're
against the
yeah,
Russians.
Yeah, no
no
shit,
shit.
no shit, Sherlock. Of course they're playing against you, dumbass. You're trying to invade their country and take away their way of life. Of course they're plotting against you.
Well, that last drone attack.
What do you think was going to happen?
That last drone attack on the Kremlin, or some? No, actually, not the
They,
one on the
they,
Kremlin.
they probably droned. They
said-
probably droned themselves.
Well, Putin's done that before.
Yeah.
But the last drone attack, they called it a terrorist attack. It was a act of terrorism by the Ukraine, the country that they just fucking demolished and continue to bomb.
Yeah, they just bombed Kiev. I think like 2 or 3
I mean-
times in the
Oh,
last
and that
week.
lets that gives Ukraine the chance to go ahead and act like terrorists. I
They
don't
called
see
it a
it. I'm sorry.
terrorist. Act of terrorism.
Well,
I mean,
of course they're going to say all that. So you know.
I'm sorry.
that's how Putin got into power. By the way,
Oh sure. Oh, by the way,
drone attacks
no, he started. Well, it was before drones, but he was bombing. He was planting bombs
in Russia.
in Russia. Yeah.
I think
No, I mean, I'm serious.
Russia is so messed
Actually,
up, man.
true
That's
story.
how
True
he was
story.
the head of the. He was like the head of their
KGB.
KGB.
Yeah, he was head of KGB.
And then and they played this whole thing out. They think
So
that
it was a
that's
coup.
Well, but small people were in on it. The guy that was running the country was about to go to court and be convicted, so he kind of like got him out by rescuing him and solving the crime. All the bombing stopped.
the
because he
crime
fixed it,
that
and
the crime that he
then everybody
created.
voted for him.
The crime
yeah.
that he created. You know,
Yeah.
is it what was that movie? The bowling movie where the guy he can't pay his rent, so he has his friend pretend to mug the landlady, and you know then like he comes and rescues her.
The one with Woody Harrelson. And
Yeah, it was
Bill
the guy.
Murray?
Yeah, he's got
Oh,
the
yeah.
hand. Yeah, so like he can't pay his Woody Harrelson character can't pay his rent. So and the landlady's kind of like she's like an older woman who's kind of gross. So he has his friend pretend to mug her, and then like he comes in and rescues her. And then like
What the hell's that movie called?
The what? A bowling movie?
yeah, with Woody
Bill
Harrelson,
Murray
he's
and
got
Woody
he's got the
Oh, the
fake
one
hand.
Bill Murray and Woody Harrelson.
Yeah.
Woody Harrelson.
Yeah, Woody.
Yeah.
Woody. I love Woody Harrelson.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It wasn't the Big Lebowski. It was that other one. But anyway,
No, it was the other one.
the other one.
Yeah.
we can't remember.
Okay. Do you guys want to play true crime? We've been talking about doing
Yes.
it forever. Do you guys want to do a true crime?
Sure.
Mark, are you in?
Yeah, I do, definitely do.
Okay, so here we go.
Kingpin.
Kingpin. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's what does he average? He averages 300.
He averages 289 for 18 frames.
18 frames.
A bowling game is 12 frames, guys.
So what do we
get?
get? How's this going to work? True crime.
Okay, I'll give you the crime.
I
And
know
we can solve it
I know
right here.
I know who Jack the Ripper is. No, I don't. I'm just kidding.
That's LL Cool J. Jack the Ripper, King Hal. No. All right, so here we go. Okay, this is everything I'm going to tell you is verified in a police report. Okay, here we go.
Wait, are you going to change the names to protect the innocent?
No one's innocent. What's that? That's that line, right? Oh, that's the line from. I was watching Woody. Speaking of Woody Harrelson, HBO has a thing about Watergate on.
Okay.
Oh, we watched that.
Yeah, I thought it was really good. I watched like 3 or 4 episodes, and it says none of the names have been changed to protect the innocent.
Yeah,
'cause
we
everyone
watched the
is guilty.
first episode. I actually didn't like it.
Really?
Yeah.
It's so insane.
We watched the first. It's a series.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I watched the first 3, and then I found a book about it just to see if it was all the
Well,
things
that
that
book
they
is
did was
great.
real. Listen, so the book I find is written by a guy who's like on the side of the Watergate guys. He's like, I was there, and I'll tell you right now, all of this is fake, and he's the only person.
Yeah.
I found the only
They
book.
all went to jail.
Yeah, but I found the only book ever written by anybody who defends everyone involved. Like none of it was all. It was all conspiracy. He wrote it. He literally wrote it like 2 or 3 years ago. All fake news. He says.
Oh, I thought you were going to talk about the book that this series is based off.
No. This is a different one. 'Cause I had
That's
to
pretty
see.
funny. A different.
It was a great take.
That's
Listen,
funny.
I'm about halfway through, and it's crazy. He makes everybody sound like the greatest people on the planet. It's super cool. Okay, so welcome to the Real 3 Idiots True Crime. Let's go back to Louisiana.
We need a theme song.
Doodly doo doo. Okay. All right. So
Well, they blew up Teddy's tips and Niles last
I think
night.
you need something more Cajun.
And
Then. Something more
I like
Cajun.
that.
See,
Yeah.
that was better. I got to redo that song.
Yeah.
I'm going to redo it next week.
You know what? You know what I'll do? I'm going to edit for the first time over the bottom of this or top of this. I'm just going to play ZZ Top. I know they're not like Louisiana, but I like ZZ Top.
That's
What
a
about
good
what
one.
about
Yeah.
copyright infringement? We can't maybe do that.
You know what? I'll do ZZ Bottom.
Okay.
Yeah, it's the cover band.
There you go.
Yeah, it's the cover band. All right. So
Eliminator.
here we go. A woman in Louisiana who works at an Arby's goes into work at 8 a.m. to get the store ready.
Oh, I know. Yeah. Okay, I know this one. Yeah.
You don't know this?
Oh, this is a different one. Okay.
No, this is the same one. but
Okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
it just recently happened.
Yeah. So yeah.
Okay. Now, at 11 a.m., her son, who also works with her, comes into the store and discovers that she's dead. Hold on. Do. Okay. So 11 a.m. She comes in at 8. He comes in at 11. He discovers that she's dead. She has somehow locked herself in a freezer at the Arby's. Okay.
Right.
And the freezer is set to minus 10 degrees Fahrenheit.
Right.
I do not know if that is a standard.
Actually, Baskin Robbins. I saw their freezer the other day. It's minus 14, so that could be a real
Okay.
thing. Yeah.
See? Thank you, Ted. See, we're solving crimes. Okay. Now, all of this is verified by time.
Why were you in the freezer at Baskin Robbins?
Don't
It-
ask.
oh,
It,
okay,
it makes
never
his
mind.
it makes his junk come
I'm
out
just,
as
look-
icicles.
I'm just looking at the
yeah.
I'm just looking at the freezer with the ice cream quarts in it. Yeah.
Yes.
It's not a walk-in freezer. Mark. It's okay.
Yeah, and if you stay there long enough, it's all icicles. Okay, so all of this, by the way, is 100% true and is all verified by time clocks and interviews. Okay, so the fact that she came in at 8, the fact that he came in at 11, all verified.
Right.
And that's all
Timestamp, date stamp.
timestamp,
yeah.
date stamp.
Right.
Okay, are you ready? At 6:15 p.m., the police are called, and 15 minutes later, they arrive at the Arby's to verify the death.
What?
Tragic accident or suspicious death.
Well, 7 hours passed.
What? Wait.
7-hour gap to call the
Yeah.
police.
Hold on a second. Yes. At 11 a.m., her son said, and this
I
is in a
know.
police statement, that he found his mother dead, frozen to death.
Frozen to death.
So she got there at 8,
Yeah.
was frozen dead by 11.
Okay.
I don't know how freezing works.
Well, was
Well, I'm
everybody
sure
in
the
the store
autopsy-
eating between then and the store was open for business?
Okay, that's the best part. At this point now,
People are in there.
the
ordering
store is open for business.
And there's other staff in there, I'm assuming, or just her. I'm assuming she's the manager. So there's got to be people working the counter, or she's not.
I don't have any other information on
Okay,
that.
okay.
But I do know that the store was open and people came in and ate Arby's.
So
Okay.
somebody served them. Obviously not her.
Well, obviously not her.
food. Tommy, do me a favor and run back in the cooler and grab some more roast beef.
Oh.
Yeah. No. Don't do that.
Oh, and here's what I heard too. I heard she was banging on the freezer door trying to get someone's attention.
Yes.
That was part of the
yes,
story,
her
too.
hands were bloody.
Yeah.
Her hands were bloody and kind of all banged up because she was banging on that door.
Yeah, you're right.
So, yes. So at 11 o'clock, he finds her body. At 6:15, the police are called.
But he's got they got to open for business, so you got. You know,
Oh, and by the way, I don't know if you
she's- she was dead, right?
I don't know if you knew this.
Yeah, so you got.
you
got.
whether
whether
she dead.
I just read this today. They're suing the family of this deceased woman is suing Arby's for $1 million, probably for wrongful death, obviously.
Right.
Yeah. So
Okay,
I'll
but-
get to that
Ar-
part later.
Arby's is probably
That's-
like,
yeah.
okay, we'll give you $1 million.
No, I'll circle back to that part
Yeah,
later. So,
but let's focus on the fact that the son found his. Allegedly,
he works there.
He
too.
works there.
Okay.
Allegedly found his mother dead at 11.
yeah,
Called the police at 6:15.
that seems unbelievable. What,
Dude,
what is he
he's a
doing for
good
the next
employee.
7 hours?
He's a good
Well,
employee.
and there's other. Obviously, he's not the only
See how much
employee there.
business they would have lost if he called them right away.
Who are the other people? So obviously, there's a dead. Your manager's dead in the freezer.
No, your mother.
Your mother,
who's
the man, yeah,
is
but I'm
dead
saying,
in the
but-
freezer.
So there's obviously staff in there, and he doesn't tell anybody. He just he keeps the door closed and just keeps it to himself.
Okay, wait, we're
so
getting way off base
So,
here.
so the police at this point have the investigation is open because they're looking into everything.
Yeah,
but
of
they
course.
said that that the timeline fits, and I would say that the timeline doesn't fit. I would say the timeline doesn't fit at all
What do you
because
mean the timeline fits.
they said the timeline fits. That he found her at 11
Yeah.
and called at 6:15.
Well, why is that not reasonable?
You wait 7 hours to call the police after you're finding your mother dead in a freezer in an Arby's.
Well, he did.
Yeah.
He did.
7 hours.
Yes,
7 hours.
He waited 7 hours.
Yes.
Okay.
You don't find that? disconcerting?
Of course I do, but it doesn't mean he killed her.
It doesn't.
No, it doesn't mean it.
It doesn't
It
mean-
just means he
Okay.
kept the door closed long enough to wait for her to be dead before he
listen
called.
to me. Some people, I mean, could you imagine what frame of mind you would be in? Okay, let's say the restaurant opens at 11, which it probably does.
Okay.
Actually, it probably opens at 10:30.
Okay,
Yeah.
I've never
So
been in an Arby's. No,
he
I've
go-
eaten Arby's once in my life.
He goes in the Arby's, looks for his mom, finds her in the freezer dead. All of a sudden, ding ding, door opens, customer walks in.
So that takes priority.
Well,
Serving somebody a beef and cheddar.
no, I'm not saying that.
Okay, so-
Let me finish. Who was the first person that walked in the store, customer-wise or employee-wise? Who came in after him?
That was not
What happened after he found his mom?
We don't know.
We don't know. You have no
Right.
idea what happened between him finding his mom
dead.
and him calling the police. What happened? Did somebody else
But-
see
but-
her as
well,
well?
let's-
Did he tell anybody else in the restaurant?
Well, let's time frame that out because that makes sense, right? So at 11 o'clock, he finds his mother.
Yeah.
And let's just say the store opens at 11.
Yeah, and three employees walk in right at 11.
So, yeah,
And
okay.
he's like, my mom's dead in the cooler. And they're like, what? And then the customer walks in. They're like, yeah, right, whatever. And then he's
yeah,
like,
right, whatever. Wouldn't you just say, no, look, there she is?
well, maybe they didn't. I don't know where the
So,
cooler
oh,
is relative to where they're
So
standing.
you're saying this guy's probably a prankster, right? He's
No,
probably like,
what I'm saying, he's
my mom's
probably
dead
out
in
of
the
his
cooler.
mind.
It's like,
and
oh, my
freaked
mom's
out.
dead
I
in the
can't
cooler
believe
too.
if he cared about his mom,
Would you
and
like
he didn't
fries
kill
with that,
her,
sir? Yeah.
He's probably thinking, what the hell's going on here?
Don't you think that everybody in the store?
Have you ever heard of, the human brain is a very powerful thing. This kid probably had a panic attack and just blocked the whole thing out of his mind and went through his day.
And the first thing he thought of was,
He wasn't thinking.
Would you-
he found his mom dead in the freezer at fucking Arby's.
Would you like to supersize
He's
that,
probably
sir?
out of his mind.
And he
What?
did. And
He
he did.
probably
and,
psycho-
but nobody else whose parents it was. So let's say that you need more than one person at an Arby's, right?
So you're saying other people knew too?
But you need more than one person at an Arby's.
Right. We already just said that.
So let's
We-
just say there's 3 people.
yeah, and they all walked in.
You need
Did
somebody to
all
work the
three of those
register,
other people knew?
someone to do the cooking and back, So
Right.
that's at least 2 people.
Right. Someone to go into the
At
freezer and
minimum
get
2.
extra food.
Well, how do you know they go into the freezer between 11 and 6?
Don't. I mean, you can't have all that food.
Well,
sitting
how
out
do you
there.
have these facts but not those facts?
I don't have no facts.
Yeah.
What I'm saying
We're
is
just going by what we
What
know.
I'm saying is if at 11 o'clock I find my own mother
Yeah.
dead in a freezer, okay, no matter how much of a panic attack I have, I'm not going to serve someone a Sprite.
But you don't know that he
and
served
crispy
anybody.
fries.
You don't even know what happened to him between 11 and 6.
Well, we know what he didn't do. We know he didn't call the police.
I
so
know,
we
but
know
why?
That, so.
Why is the question?
I will tell you why. Because she wasn't dead yet, and he needed to make sure that by 6 o'clock she was completely dead, so he could get his $1 million.
Let me stop you right there. So there was a story.
Yeah.
This is a true story. I think I saw it on like one of those true crime things, but it was based on a real story. So some people, scammers, rented a hotel room at like a 5-star hotel, and the girl, one of the female guests, was allegedly raped. In her hotel room.
Quotation marks. Ted's
Yeah.
holding up.
And then of course what happened was they ended up suing the hotel chain for millions of dollars for like negligent security, and then it turns out, and then I think they were offered like $1 million plus settlement, which they turned out, and it turned out they were all in cahoots together. They staged the rape. She really had sex with somebody, but it wasn't a rape.
Did her mother die?
No, but I'm saying don't. I'm just saying
Did this
don't
happen in the cooler?
don't underestimate the lengths and depths people will go to. In some. I'm not saying that's the case in this case, but it does sound highly. I mean, no reasonable person, would obviously,
No.
wait 7 hours. Let's assume he's not the only one there. There's customers there. There's other staff there.
Well, I don't think the customers are gonna have access to that.
No. What I'm saying is, let's say he freaks out. He freaks out.
Grab your own beef.
The guy freaks out. So basically, what you're saying is he freaks out, but not only does he freak out, he doesn't even tell anybody. So he sees his mother dead in the cooler, closes the cooler door, and then has an epiphany at 6 o'clock at night.
I'm sorry. Yes, next in line. Okay. How many beef sandwiches you like? My mom's not dead in a cooler, frozen to death.
So I don't understand. So let me ask you this: How did this? I mean, how did this play out?
It's still an ongoing investigation. It's still a fluid.
Is it an ongoing
it's a fluid
investigation? Because
situation.
unlike you, Mark,
Why do
the
you
police are a little
But
apprehensive.
there's no way
that
she
all
was
this-
alive, banging on the door while people are in the store.
we don't know that.
How do you know that?
We don't know that.
Are
'Cause
freezers
wouldn't people hear
soundproof?
her?
I mean,
Well, I
freezers
don't-
have to be super thick, right?
Yeah, but you can still hear.
I've been in freezers
What
before.
could you
If you're
hear?
banging on a freezer, you would hear that. Especially let's assume they're not playing like music or something. I mean, an Arby's is not like a nightclub. It's
right,
like you
and they're
can
not
hear.
the freezers like
but-
in The Shining anymore. They're more modern freezers. And actually, this is what really
It would be
They
pretty
don't-
much
you're not al-
soundproof.
You
wouldn't it?
cannot lock yourself in a freezer now.
Well, they did say there was a malfunction with the lock. They said like the lock that was supposed to have been fixed like weeks ago wasn't, and supposedly it's not supposed to lock.
But they
so
always have. There's always an escape hatch or something too.
And
well,
What?
apparently not.
What do you?
So.
What do you think? It's an elevator?
There's
you just
another way
climb
to-
up through the top.
No, there's not.
There
I've been in walk-in freezers.
No,
Yeah,
there's no
the
escape.
door.
An
There's
like a
escape hatch.
trap
There should be
door.
like a
There's
plunger. No, actually, what there should be like a plunger on the inside. So if you get locked in, you're able to push the plunger. So there should be some type of like safety mechanism to get out of the freezer. It shouldn't
know
just
what
lock behind you.
which was oddly disabled. I guess they said disabled a few weeks earlier.
Yeah.
So the locking memechanism or the
door or
unlocking
The
mechanism.
door was disabled, or the mom.
No,
The
I
door.
don't- Yeah,
The door is
so
disabled.
so the door hadn't been working for a few weeks.
Yeah.
So here's what I'm not saying happened. I'm not saying that this guy broke the door, okay, shoved his mom in there when he got there, had her freeze to
No,
death.
that couldn't have happened.
Didn't call the
That could not
police
have happened.
for 7 hours.
yeah.
That couldn't have happened.
Yeah.
Because we've already established that he didn't get there till 11.
Right.
That's the timeline. She got there at 8.
Right. But if he got there at 11, he could have easily, before anybody else got there, shoved her in there, closed the door, left her there until, I don't know, 6:15 when he called the police and went,
Well, the funny thing, an autopsy should be able to determine based on
of
based on the temperature in the freezer and her state of frozenness. They should be able to determine how long it would take to freeze to death to that extent. They should be able to figure that one out.
The time of death.
Yeah, the time of death. So
So you've never seen that John Oliver about coroners, right? Where it's really a lot of bullshittery involved.
no, I didn't. See
Oh,
that.
you got to see that.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a lot of bullshittery involved in coroner stuff.
Yeah.
Well, everyone can prove the other one wrong. They all have
Okay.
yeah, you're right.
See, and I don't know how these true crime things work. Do people argue? Is there a Mark who thinks obviously that this guy's
Someone's got to play devil's advocate.
Yeah, I
and-
mean, yeah,
and
maybe-
cross
yeah,
out the circle.
yeah, maybe
you
he
can't always
didn't do it.
assume that the obvious person is the
No,
murderer.
I'm saying
That's-
maybe he didn't do it. Maybe he did freak out. Yeah, and you're right. It
Do you
doesn't make
not
him a
watch
murderer.
movies? Everyone is the obvious guy is always the murderer.
I watched Scooby Doo. I know that's not true.
And this guy would have gotten away if it wasn't for you meddling kids.
It's
You
always
meddling video cameras.
the poor bastard. They always think
because
did
we
it,
don't know
never did it.
just because the video shows are coming into the store. If it's not trained on the freezer, we don't know. She might have been in the back doing something. We don't really know. I mean, I don't have enough information to make an informed decision, but we do know that there's a 7-hour gap from the time a dead body is found. Not only
To the police are called.
Yeah, who cares if it's even your mother? There's a dead person in the freezer. You know what that means? I mean, stop everything and call the police immediately.
Okay, the dumbest,
Store-
the dumbest
store
thing
shut
about
down.
this is if
Yeah.
he did kill her, he's only asking for $1 million.
Well, he's going to ask for.
What do
I
you
mean,
mean only?
$1 million? Somebody dies in their freezer. They're negligent for a death
But
at Arby's.
that's such a
$1
reasonable
million
amount of money.
bucks?
They would get that. Like if you tried to sue him for $25 million, people would be like, "We're going to have to look into this." For $1 million, you're just like, "Yeah, fuck it."
oh, they pay that off. Yeah, they pay that in a second. Well, and we don't know if it's
going to be a
it
jury.
Might, it might be
The
more
jury
than,
could reward more.
it might be. It might be.
For
a
$1
they
million
can't-
bucks, it would never go to a jury. They would just pay it out. If
Settle
$25
out.
million, you would have to go through a whole thing.
Yeah,
And
plus
then
there's
they'd have
work-
to, they'd
there's
have to
work
ask the
comp.
important question, sir. When you found your mother at 11, what did you do?
Huh?
Do
Can't
know-
hear you.
Do you know how hard it is to make seasoned fries? I mean, a lot of people. This is the busiest Arby's in all of Louisiana.
Sir, you're not answering the question.
We
Seasoned
have
fries.
the bodies.
That's all I'm saying is seasoned fries.
Well, now if it was a Jamocha shake, I
Arby's.
understand.
We have the bodies.
Now those Jamocha shakes are pretty good at Arby's, by the way. so.
I haven't eaten an Arby's in a long
One time.
You know what I'm going to do?
One time in my life.
There's an Arby's right by, not too far from here. I'm just curious to see what time they open. Obviously, they're not a breakfast place. I don't think they
So
serve
you're saying you want
breakfast.
to do some research?
I'm going to do some research. I'll just go online. I don't have
Ted's
to
going to end up in a cooler.
I don't have to physically go to Arby's.
It's going to end up in the freezer.
Ted, I'll tell you what. Why don't you take a look at our cooler? You can see what would. All right. Make
Another one
that
bites
phone
the
call.
dust.
Make that phone call at exactly 6:15.
Well, I didn't know that information until you told me, but yeah, that does sound highly suspicious. Where I would definitely not just assume it's an accidental death until they did a full everything. Yeah, especially this son. I would
I
definitely.
don't want to
grill
make
him.
any judgments. I'm not
Yeah.
going to make any judgments,
Yeah.
but I'm going to say this guy killed his mom. Okay, so I'm not going to. I'm not gonna.
Remember we talked about this a few episodes ago. So there was a guy. He was like some Microsoft executive. He divorced his wife, who was like a fitness trainer. She meets some new dude. They got like 2 small kids. It's a contentious. They divorced, but it's a contentious. Divorce. With money going back and forth in custody. And then there's a tire in the road. This guy stops as he's bringing the kids back from his scheduled visitation. Somebody randomly gets out of a car, shoots him dead with the 2 kids in back, and and now he's out of the way. And of course, she's suspected. They don't say it out loud, but like she's obviously suspected of hiring a fucking hitman to do it because that's pretty convenient.
But she would be the first person who ever successfully hired a hitman, right? Because everybody else hires federal agents.
Well, she hired obviously somebody who was a real hitman, but apparently she has to get a high-powered defense attorney now because of course they're going to look hard at her ass. So.
And that's the first time you've ever said we've talked about this on the show, and we never talked about that on the show.
We did, Mark.
No, we did.
We talked
Did
about
we?
it. Yeah,
We did.
Tire in the road.
That was BM.
The old tire in the road
Before
trick.
Mark?
Before Mark.
The old tire in the road trick. Not go falling for that shit anymore.
No, remember.
Drive around that shit.
Drive around the.
No, remember.
Just
Mark,
drive around the tire.
Yeah, Mark. Anything Ted's talked about, he's talked about it at least 5 times. Yeah, maybe 10.
Sometimes it's hard to remember what we talk about off the show and on the show.
Yeah, it
You
does.
know what I mean?
It
We-
is.
we-
So
we'll
we'll go
talk
to the
about
bar.
some-
and,
yeah.
We'll do stupid
It
shit.
conflates.
Yeah.
It all conflates after a while.
Yeah, we talk about all sorts of. I mean, it's.
We have so much great stuff to
It's
talk
been-
about
it's-
on the show, but we're afraid that we already talked about it on the show. But we actually talked about it at the bar.
Ted's never afraid
So
of
we're-
that.
It's been a whirlwind romance from day one. It's a cloud we don't want to get off of.
Repeat is not a sin.
No. Okay. We got to do a little politics. We gotta.
I got a
I
couple.
know Mark hates it when look at it, he's got that look on his face. He hates that. But
I got a phone call from a buddy of mine in Vegas. He lives in Vegas,
yeah.
and he's got season tickets to the Golden Knights.
Oh yeah.
So I mentioned this to you off the air one time. But anyway, he's selling all of his tickets for the Stanley Cup games because they're like worth gold.
Oh yeah.
I mean, he's got great seats. He's had them since day one.
Wait, are the Stanley Cup plaplayoffs the finals coming up?
Starting like
Yeah.
Thursday or
okay.
Wednesday.
And
or
who is
something
it?
like
It's the
that.
Golden
Wednesday or
Knights versus
Thursday.
who? I don't even know.
Florida Panthers.
Oh, cool. Okay, nice.
Isn't that ironic? Vegas and Florida.
Yeah.
Hockey teams.
Two
Two
places
warm weather
with,
teams.
Two
That
places,
was 40 years ago. There was no
Yeah.
hockey teams in warm weather states, right? Was
two
there?
places with no
Like
state
four-
income
I'm
tax.
sorry,
Los Angeles Kings was a big deal.
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
yeah.
Los
But that
Angeles
wasn't
because that was
40
Gretzky.
years ago. That was
That was a while ago because
Yeah, I
that was
know,
that was
but it's
Gretzky,
30
right? When he
years
got
ago.
traded from. Yeah, there's actually a book about that where the guy who the Edmonton guy
that was huge.
that he traded him and he wrote the book. The name of the book is like I Would Trade Him Again, and it's the GM or the owner of the Edmonton Oilers who got rid of.
Did the
Wayne
Kings
Gretzky.
win with him?
I don't know. I think they were good, but
did well,
Gretzky
yeah.
was
It was
kind
later
of at the
in his
end.
career. Yeah,
it was at the end of his thing. Okay, but we're not getting away from this. We're talking politics. Okay, so obviously Ron DeSantis is running for president against Ted. Okay, I mean this is happening.
Good luck, Sergeant.
Yeah,
Sergeant
yeah,
DeSantis.
Yeah, and he held the first thing he did is he went to Iowa and he held a rally, which I thought that was genius because, and I didn't know this. I had to look it up. Iowa was recently they won this title. They're the whitest, straightest, and gunniest state in the union.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, yeah,
No.
yes, they are. Yes, they are. They win that. They had that title. I guess every year a state wins that title, and I guess Iowa's won it like many, many years in a row.
But you know what's funny on a side topic? I know people make a big deal about Iowa because it's the first state, but there's been plenty of like people who ended up being president who finished like a distant like second, third, fourth in Iowa.
Well,
I
I mean,
think
it's the first state for like the caucus.
Yeah,
and stuff,
but I
right?
think Obama finished like third or fourth in Iowa, but then obviously gained momentum as he went along. So winning Iowa in and of itself doesn't really mean
it doesn't
a whole
mean
lot.
anything.
Doesn't mean anything.
It's, it's just things that people say so
Yeah.
that, so they can beat it. Okay.
Yeah.
So number one, as DeSantis does this, he decided he wanted to let people know that there's some sort of liberal conspiracy to keep his wife off of the cover of Vogue magazine. Yeah. No, he says it's impossible that they haven't come to his wife to have her on the cover of Vogue magazine.
I didn't hear about this.
And this is a liberal conspiracy.
Is everything a liberal conspiracy when something doesn't go your way?
Well,
or conservative conspiracy?
If you're Ron DeSantis,
Do you ever see a liberal? Do you ever see like a hardcore liberal?
I don't know what a
person?
liberal looks like. Yeah, so
I don't know, man.
I
Am
mean,
I
can
liberal?
you picture a liberal. I mean, picture somebody who, like somebody in the far right. How would somebody in the far right describe a liberal? Would they say like granola eating, hippie, sandals, vegetarian? Would they go on like all the way
Screw
there?
you! You just described me perfectly. I'm not wearing sandals,
and
but
he's moisturized. You know, he's moisturized.
oh,
He's
I'm truly moisturized.
metrosexual.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, what? No.
No, I'm talking about. Isn't that how they would describe that particular person?
Yeah.
That's the kind of person that literally would wish no ill on anybody else, would never conspire to hurt somebody else,
Right.
and would be like, "Hey, man, be you. You know, these are the people that are going to do shit like he's saying.
I actually read this. Look, I actually read this today. It said like DeSantis supposedly, I guess his wife either has or had cancer, and allegedly he exaggerated his wife's cancer in order to get votes, like for sympathy. Allegedly, I don't know, but that was just a story that I
No
read
way would a
recently.
politician ever do that, Ted.
Of course not. Well, that's why I said allegedly.
You make me sick when you make me sick when you think that Ron DeSantis is using his life and might be embellishing things to get a chance to be the president of the United States. You know, when you say stuff like that, it just makes me want to puke.
Well, Joe Biden, he makes up stuff. I mean, he talks about stuff that never even happened. I think Hillary Clinton one time she said she was like in a war zone and she was like under fire, and it's like, no, you weren't. You were never in any danger.
She was in Benghazi. Yeah, that was a pretty.
Yeah, but I'm saying like she said she was like under like enemy fire and she had to like run for cover, or like the John Kerry with the Swift boat for truth, like whatever he did in Vietnam. He didn't do half the stuff he claimed he did. And I guess like the Vietnam veterans who were served with him like called him out and said, no, this guy's a lying sack of shit. You know.
Well, what about the college football coach who said he served overseas and he never did? Yeah,
Well,
they
that should
ended
be
up having a fire.
that should be easily
Yeah.
verifiable.
Well, yeah,
You know,
but
so,
people.
Do you
I
know
mean,
that's a thing
I mean,
in
what about
airports?
what about the guy from New York?
Santos, George Santos, yeah.
Everything he's said is a lie.
He was a Vietnam vet. He's a Vietnam vet.
he was a World War II vet. He was at Battle of the Bulge back
He
in
was at
1870.
No. He went to visit
Oh, yeah.
a vet in Vietnam.
He visited Gettysburg
Yeah,
one time.
literally
he wasn't
a
in
veterinarian.
He wasn't in Gettysburg. He was in the Civil War.
Okay, but the reason I bring up DeSantis is because I think I have some explosive news that is going to crack open why Ron DeSantis is fighting with Disney.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know the reason.
And this is
why
big
that is, yeah.
because I can't go 1 second. I can't look at any news. It's got to have something about Disney, and it's got to have something about DeSantis. I'm fucking sick of both of them. Honest to God, if they both went away forever, I wouldn't even care anymore.
Oh, shucks, Matt.
Yeah. Oh, jeez. But here's what it is. I don't know if you guys know this, but Ron DeSantis married his wife at a Disney resort in 2009.
I didn't
messing with you.
I didn't know that.
The actual nuptials occurred at Walt Disney World Resort
Mm-hmm.
in 2009.
Interesting.
Now, you ready? And this is true crime right here. I think he hates his wife so much and he's so sick of her that's why he hates Disney, because he got married there. Bam. Newsflash. Explosion. Mind blown.
I didn't know that.
This is a thing, right?
Yeah.
No one knows this.
Yeah, yeah.
No one
So
knows
he's
this.
blaming
I'm
his
the only
marriage
one.
on Disney.
Yes. And that's why
He's
he
gonna
hates
bring
them.
them down.
Yeah, it's got nothing to do with woke or anything like that. Yeah. He's pissed at Disney. Yeah, because they said yes. And then he said yes. And she said yes. And now he's a no.
Wow.
Yeah.
Interesting theory.
Right. I listen, I've got a lot of conspiracy theories, Ted. A
The
lot.
day after the wedding, he's like,
Yeah.
I'm going to take these mothers down if it's the last thing
So
I ever
on
do.
a lighter note, I was just reading some recent news, and it turns out that allegedly Tom Brady is dating Kim Kardashian, which is like
What?
allegedly they're dating each other.
No, they're not.
That's what I read. I'm just going
Ted
by
just
Yahoo
wrote it
News.
down, and then
I'm
he
just
read it.
Going by Yahoo News, yeah.
He just wrote
Yeah.
it down and read it.
I mean, out of all the people, Tom, you got to go with the Kardashian, huh?
What's better than the,
Hold on a
the
second.
dad?
There's-
At least he's not dating a
There-
stepdad.
Hold on a second. There's
stepmom,
There's
I'm sorry.
absolutely one way I know that this isn't true.
Wouldn't it be great if Tom Brady was banging
No.
Bruce Jenner? I mean,
Okay,
what's
I
his
mean that
name
would be
now?
honestly. I would like that
What's
more
her,
than,
what's her
than
name
Kim
now?
Kardashian.
What's her name?
I don't.
Well, nobody
know.
thought Giselle Bundchen was banging her jiu-jitsu instructor, but then she was. So, so things that start off
But
small.
that's all stuff. I mean,
yeah, so.
I wonder if any of that stuff is true. I wonder if all of those things that we hear, like
I
all that
don't.
kind of stuff.
I just think it's amusing. I'm just saying out of all the people that, if it is true, out of all the choices out there, because, Tom Brady, obviously he's worth $1 gazillion,
But wait,
ridiculously good guy.
remember we did that story? I
This
was
is what
telling you about
yeah.
the odds of like they were taking odds in Vegas of who he would be.
Oh, that was great. We did talk about that.
Yeah,
yeah, well,
and
there
Kim
you go.
Kardashian was on the list, and
That
I
was
said
on the
no
list.
way
Wait,
because
wait.
he's a white
Who did
guy.
I pick? I picked somebody.
You picked not Kim Kardashian.
Oh,
No
man.
way. That's
I don't remember, yeah.
impossible.
Oh no, I said
I just
it
read
was
it
gonna
today
be
on
somebody.
Yahoo.
It was
Why
gonna be
would
a
you?
hostess.
Why would you boldly go where every man has always been? That's not
and,
right.
and they never came back the same. They never
Oh
came back.
man, oh God. You know what? I'll tell you what.
Caitlyn Jenner?
Caitlyn Jenner.
Nobody predicted Caitlyn Jenner, and that's who he's dating.
That would be. Well, you could probably take the field, but you would
Can
have
you
to.
imagine what a great athlete their kid would be?
He did. He did win. He did.
What if Tom Brady impregnated Caitlyn Jenner?
He did win the decathlon back in '78, which is tough.
The world would end.
Can that
He
happen?
doesn't have a uterus. I mean, don't you have to have a? You have to have a baby maker.
Why? Because she's too old.
Okay, step 2. Yeah.
Oh,
I mean,
no.
I
It's
don't-
a
no,
man,
no, I
baby.
know.
It's a man, baby.
Wow. That would be the most terrifying thing I could possibly think of.
And then the second thing I read today, just on just to switch gears real quick, Elizabeth Holmes, who was the founder of that Theranos,
yeah.
that blood company that turned out to be a scam, she just reported to a prison in
Yeah.
Texas to start serving her 11-year sentence.
Finally.
Oh, and by the way, her inmate, they gave me her inmate. I saw her inmate number, so I'm playing that as my Powerball numbers. So,
She's
I'm gonna,
a loser,
I'm gonna
Ted.
play-
Why would you play that as your Powerball
because it's got to
number?
win. It's got to win eventually. So I'm going to play
know
her.
what the
I'm going to play.
greatness-
I'm going to
she
play
did
her.
not win, Ted.
I'm going to play
Wouldn't
her.
it be great if it was, but it's short by one number?
I'm going to play her prison number as my lottery number. So thank you,
Or two numbers.
Elizabeth. So this is another one who's like, I guess she duped like sophisticated investors into, buying her line of bullshit about this blood testing, that obviously turned out to be a scam. But I mean, some of these are sophisticated investors, who should know better.
And let me ask you this:
What
I
did
mean,
she do with their
besides
blood?
besides screwing over a lot of rich people and taking their money?
Yeah.
She's going to jail for that. Which that's cool.
And
I
she has
guess.
to, and she has
I
to pay
guess.
back
But there's-
$494 million.
Okay, but there's lots of people that did way worse things.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
what
No,
about
I mean, but-
what about all the people that take like regular people's money? I
Yeah,
don't give
of course.
If you trick a billionaire
Yeah.
into taking their money,
They're not
well,
going
fuck
broke.
them.
Yeah, they're not going broke.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
The law's the law, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh no, I get it. I
Yeah.
get it. But it's like they
But
made
you're
a,
right. Sometimes those
they made an
things just
example
don't
of her
match,
for
yeah.
no
Yeah,
reason.
well, they did that with Martha Stewart. Remember when she sold like that ImClone stock a few years ago? She
Yeah.
sold like
Yeah.
6,000 shares.
So did so many
and-
people.
And they came down on her so
Yeah.
hard because she had inside information. But they ignore the people who've been stealing.
Yeah,
millions
Ted,
of
and now
dollars
she's
for
on the
years.
cover.
Yeah.
Oh God.
So it's like
Oh,
Virginia
my
Slims.
God.
You've come a long way, baby.
Oh God.
You've come a long
It's
way,
just
baby.
in my brain.
I
now.
think I saw the picture. She doesn't look that bad, though.
Dude,
I know it's Martha Stewart, but she's not like grotesque.
no, but I don't want to see Martha Stewart.
Don't open it. Don't open it because it's not going to get any better. I know, but
Yeah.
I'm
Oh,
saying
yeah.
the cover's as good as it's
Yeah.
going to get.
I don't
'Cause
want to
if
see
they
Martha
show her in a-
Stewart's cans hanging out. I mean, she was. Oh
Yeah,
God.
I did
And so the
This
last
is happening.
And so the
82, right?
So the
82 years old, Ted. I think
82
he is.
doesn't look a day
Oh, I
over
thought that
60, doesn't look a day over 62. And the last thing I want to mention in going back to politics, Dianne Feinstein, the long-serving senator from California,
God.
who was 89 years old and obviously in the late stages of mental decline. In fact, she was gone for like about 3 months from Washington.
I heard she was in a freezer.
being
when
treated,
I-
being treated for shingles. She's being treated for shingles. Shingles.
She's being treated for death.
So she came back, and they asked her. A reporter said, "So where you been?" And she goes, "I never left. I've been here the whole time."
She said, "I don't know."
Well, no, Ted, like she's been overseeing everything. Like, yeah.
Yeah, and of course she refuses to resign. So I guess like her aides have to hide her because she obviously is not capable of functioning by herself at all. And of course, who defends her? Nancy Pelosi, another mummy who's been in politics for way too long. So I don't know if you knew this. Dianne Feinstein's worth like $90 million. Nancy Pelosi's worth $50 million. And the last time I checked,
That's weird.
the average salary of a senator I think is like $184,000 a year. So, but I'm sure everything's on the up and up. So, but hey, California, that's who you voted for. So have fun with that. So.
That to me is really bizarre.
$90 million.
But I will tell you this, and this is no bullshit.
$100 billion.
No. But these people that you mentioned that are worth the money, I'm not defending her or anybody. I'm not playing politics here. I'm just stating facts. When they run, there's an ethics committee. They turn over their tax returns. And people like Crooked Hillary, that she's nicknamed, right? She turned over 40 fucking years of tax returns.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean all
Every
the
page.
extra money.
Okay, I'm just saying that no one's paying them $90 million under the table.
No, of
one's
course
getting,
not. No.
But I'm saying is, you turn over your tax returns, you can know where they have money. There's a lot of politicians that won't do that.
Well, insider trading,
Donald Trump,
insider
there's certain guys.
insider
But I mean, like
trading's
Pelosi
legal.
knows people. Yeah, they're worth this kind of money, but you could track their money and equate it to where they got their money from. You know where their money came
Yeah.
from. You know where their money came from.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, but it seems very unlikely.
I understand.
I think
I'm
what Ted's saying
I'm not playing,
is that
I'm
a
just playing
public
devil's
servant.
advocate.
a public servant.
Well, they get book deals and they get all sorts of things, and her husband's not a politician.
Right.
So she's married. Her husband has a lot of money.
Sure, I'm just saying. But I'm saying when
So
someone.
she's worth that money because
Yeah,
of her husband.
well, let's just say she's a millionaire entering.
Are you saying a
entering the
woman
Senate.
can't? Wait, are you saying
No,
a woman can't?
she's a politician. She's a
Just
civil
kidding.
servant.
Yeah.
She's not making that kind
Yeah.
of money, but she does have book deals and endorsements. All of them. Do.
Of course, yeah. But what I'm saying
And
is like.
speaking engagements, they get paid
Of course, yeah,
millions for that.
right, and that's my point.
$1
My
billion.
point. My point is that you're a public servant. You work for the people. So let's just say you enter politics and say you're worth $2-3 million, and then you leave 30 years later, and now you're worth
30 but-
and now you're worth $100 million.
Well, that's how
But
Bernie-
that's the key. That's the key, Ted. No one should be a fucking senator for
I know.
30 fucking years.
Well, they
no
got
one.
they got to retire at the age of 65, and plus, if you're making tens of millions of dollars on your side deals, that means you're not really. That means obviously you have a vest. You're
you're not
self
helping
dealing.
me.
You're self dealing. You're self dealing.
No,
Yeah.
I mean you're
Yeah.
being,
You're there to get rich.
No
you're
one
there,
should
you're there
be
for you.
a senator, a representative,
Yeah.
and any elected official. No one should be that for more than 4 years. That's it. That's it.
Why is the president? President's term is 8 years. How come it's not the same for the Senate?
no,
and the
4
Congress?
years. 4 years.
4 years, but you could
Yeah,
serve.
he reelected
you could serve,
twice, yeah, so.
But I mean, no one should. No one. It's because it's not politics anymore. It's
Pay to play.
Yeah. I mean, it's way more of a monarchy than anything else.
And here's the thing too. Let's look at DeSantis. Okay, so DeSantis and Trump are already running for office. They're going to spend billions of dollars to try to get not only the nomination but get elected president for a job that pays $465,000 a year. And I think
That's more disturbing to me.
And I brought this up before. If you crave power that much, if you're that desperate for power, when a weak person craves power that much, I would beware of that person.
So you're mentioning people that got into politics and built wealth over the course of 30 or 40 years.
Sure.
That I have no problem with
Yeah.
to a degree because some of these just listen to me. I'm not disagreeing with you on the terms. I do agree they shouldn't be in there for 30 or 40 years. But what I'm saying is if they are there for 30 or 40 years, a lot of these people are very smart and very wise.
Oh yeah.
A lot of them sign book deals. They'll make $2 million. They write a book. They take that money and they invest it. When you invest $2 million, you make a lot of money.
Sure.
You buy properties. You make money off of that. So over the course of 30 years,
I'm not saying they're doing anything illegal, but I'm just saying they definitely have an advantage.
I have more, but let me finish. I have more of a problem with somebody who's already established, fucking billionaire,
Right.
wanting to run for office like you're saying.
Yeah.
Why would you want to be a public servant and go through all this?
Because they
Who
crave,
in the right mind want it?
You know why? Because it's not
they-
about public service.
they're
They
wa-
crave
they're
they
getting
crave
something
power.
out of it.
They crave
want-
power.
No, they want
Well,
to
look at the last two governors of Illinois. They're both millionaires.
Well, Pritzker's a billionaire.
Billionaires.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, he
yeah.
started. I mean,
Rahner was a
Pritzker-
multi-millionaire.
Yeah.
Pritzker was always a billionaire. That's why he got. I mean, he probably got elected governor realistically because he's already worth $2 billion. So he's got an unlimited war chest. And basically he bought. You could say, did he get elected or did he kind of like semi buy the office? Because when you got $2 billion, you could spend your budget is it's
You
unlimited.
can spend half of
It's
your
unlimited.
money.
Yeah.
But they said DeSantis has already raised an insane amount of money.
Sure.
Yeah, and the first thing he did when he got to Iowa was say that he is going to get rid of the left and get rid of all wokeism. I mean, it's this. If one of our buddies
get rid of poverty, solve the fucking
No.
other things. Why? What?
one of
their
our buddies
agendas
said
are
one of our
insane.
buddies said that he was going to vote for DeSantis,
That's fine.
and I said, "Do you have any relatives at all that are gay, are unsure?" Any of these things? Do you have anybody who wants to have a freedom to do something with their body, or say if they get assaulted, they want to be able to do any of these things? Do you have anybody in your life, or might have anybody in your life that doesn't think absolutely down the straight and narrow of all the regular norms that the world is? Because if you do, and you vote for Ron DeSantis, those people are going to be marginalized and they're not going to have a voice at all. Do you really want what's happening in Florida to happen to our country?
Well, here's the thing I'm looking at too. I mean, with the money here's the funny thing. So politicians are always claiming they don't have enough money for this or that, or they have to take endless amount of votes. You're already spending $1 billion to run for president. Why not just take the money you would have spent? And if you really want to help people that bad, why not donate it to like 1,000 families? You could send thousands of kids to college with that money. So I'm just saying. So you do have the money. You're just not using it. You're using it for you. It's all because you know what? Because it's all about you.
Yeah.
It's not about us. It's about you.
Yeah.
That's the bottom. That's the big takeaway.
I just think like how, if you're not trying to help people,
the best person will never be president because they don't have the money, probably the time or the inclination. But like I said, I would beware, and this is a life lesson: beware of people that covet power that much, because I guarantee you, they're not there for you. I mean, they'll talk a good game, but once they're there, they're just perpetuating.
there is no good game.
The mechanism.
There is no good game
Yeah.
Ron DeSantis is talking about.
Yeah.
There's no game that he's talking about that I want to play. Yeah,
Or just any
because-
politician, or like him, not
Yeah.
just DeSantis, but anyone or like him or his ilk. It's they're similar, Like why isn't Dianne Feinstein retiring? Because she craves.
Yeah.
Even though she's got all the money in the world, she's still, even though she's being selfish, or the guy who got elected senator in Pennsylvania who had the stroke, through no fault of his own, but it's selfish of him to serve as a senator because he can't function. He can't speak. He's compromised. He can't serve.
He's fine. I mean,
he can't
compared
serve.
to some of the other fucking people.
Yeah, sure. But I'm just saying. But the point is,
I'll tell you what. I'll give a shout out to Texas. They got rid of their attorney general. Was it Ken Paxton?
I don't know his name. So.
What a piece of shit. He is a bottom feeder. And they needed Republican votes to get rid of him, and they actually got Republicans to actually get rid of him.
They did impeach
he
him
is a
right
terror.
away. Yeah.
Man, he is just a piece of shit. He has been since 2015. He has been robbing and stealing from the people in Texas, and it was kind of cool that they just stepped up, and he's just like Trump tried to help him out and everything, and it was so nice that all the Democrats and a bunch of Republicans just said, "Listen, you're a piece of shit. Just go the fuck away." Yeah. And we'll get somebody else, but you're a terrible person.
Well, why can't we extrapolate that to, like, say, major politicians? Like I said, if the people, since they're elected by the people, if you want to believe that, then if the people were able to coalesce and organize, you can get rid of any politician anytime you want. I mean, legally, just have a recall. You can vote them out, but people don't have the will to do that.
Vote them out.
So you keep getting the same results. But you don't even have to wait for the terms to be over. Like I said, if there's
not every state has it.
Yeah,
though.
but I'm saying if there's enough
Illinois
signatures,
does. Remember, we almost voted out the governor.
If there's enough
his name?
outcry, if there's enough outcry, and we don't want you there, I mean, how can you argue with that? Why is the Supreme Court? They're appointed for life.
Well, yeah, we've talked about that a million times. I know. We're not going to fix it. Listen. If we had a chance, if regular people had a chance, and we actually voted for stuff, I think we'd really just want to say, listen, I don't want to pick on somebody. I don't want to shit on somebody. I want my life to be better, but probably not at the expense of other people. I mean, I hope that most of the people in this country are nice enough to not want to step on somebody to get something better, even a little bit better. I hope.
Yeah, well, I mean, there's good people out there, but like I said, those type of people are not probably mainstream national politicians. They probably, they're the people who either work for free, like local aldermen on a volunteer basis, or community organizers, or whatever. But the people, once you get to the Senate and the governorship, remember the guy we talked about? We were talking to Mr. Mel, and remember he said he was running for office, and he said, and the first thing I told him, you got to show up with $100,000 of your own money. Why?
Yeah.
Why do I have to show up with
buy your way
in?
in?
Yeah, exactly.
To buy your way
exactly.
in. Yeah.
And that's local politics. He's running for a local, congressman. Yeah.
Yeah. I guess there's a price to pay for everything.
Yeah.
All right.
Anyway.
So we got to put this thing to bed. We'll let Mark go first. Mark, last thoughts.
Well, since we're ending
you can't
on
you can't
a political theme here, I'm going to say vote, man. And if you don't like them, vote them out. But vote. Just vote either way. Get out there, vote. A voice is your voice is your vote.
Yeah. You know what? It's funny because I haven't voted and I can't even remember how long. But if my choice is anyone on the planet and Ron DeSantis, I'm going to have to vote for anyone on the planet. I'm going to get out and I'm going to actually vote.
Good.
I have to because I can't.
He's
I can't let it.
Ted in.
Can't stand by.
Yeah. Oh yeah, no. Ted's getting votes. They're going to be like, how did this guy get 12 million votes?
12 million.
Well, we got to get a few more listeners, but okay, Teddy. Last
He's
thoughts.
going to get votes from down under. He's going to get votes from the UK. And I'm like, wait a minute, these don't count.
My last tip is Tom Brady, don't do it, man. Just go to a bathhouse, get a massage, go to Thailand or something. Get
Robert Kraft it.
Get it out of your system.
Call Deshaun.
Yeah. Get out of your system, man. Don't do it, brother.
Yeah. Buy the massage parlor yourself and finish yourself.
Yeah. Ask Mark Davis where he goes for massages
and haircuts.
Oh my God!
Well, we know where he goes. Right to the locker room, put a ball in his head, and just shave it.
He puts the Raiders helmet on.
He gets like a Stooges cut, right? When they put the ball in his head.
Bad.
Dude, that is so wrong. If you own a professional sports franchise, and I don't even care what it is. I don't care if it's a lacrosse
He's eccentric,
team.
like Ted was saying last week.
You have to have enough money to get a decent haircut, get decent plugs, or I'll tell you what, be the hat guy.
Yeah.
What do they call those? Those
fedora.
Yeah, wear a fedora.
Yeah.
Wear a fedora.
Like Tom Landry did. Yeah.
Wear
Tom Landry.
What's that Irish hat? The kind of swoop down Irish hat.
Oh,
what do they
yeah.
call that thing? I can't think of what that
it's like a
thing
cap.
is.
I know what you're talking about.
Like from that whatever that TV show is. Yeah, but yeah, wear a
Beretta.
bowler, wear a baseball hat. Just don't have the world's worst haircut and then advertise it.
Well, how about Jerry Buss, who passed away, the owner of the longtime owners of the Lakers? Did you? What he always wore blue jeans, but but this is what he did. He took his blue jeans and scissors and he cut the bottoms off.
Oh shit! I thought you were gonna say he made Daisy Dukes out of it.
No. He would cut so he didn't have a seam at the bottom of his blue jeans. They were like it was all ripped up. He would cut he would go 2 inches from the bottom of his blue jeans and with a pair of scissors cut off the bottom of each
I mean,
leg.
he probably had someone do it for him, but yeah.
No, I think he did it, and he wore those. That
I
was
didn't know
his
that.
thing.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, Ted. Listen, guys. Let's make a pact. Okay, we'll make a pact right now. If we ever become like multi-millionaires, we
Or
won't.
thousandaires.
Whatever. We won't dress like we just woke up from I don't know, like the world's worst Disney show. Yeah. So Ted, if you win the lottery, like say we win the lottery, whatever, no more sweatpants. You have to say it. Say it now.
No, he's
no
gonna be wearing those.
More sweatpants.
I'll just
Ted?
get all golf slacks. All golf slacks from now on. And shorts. Golf slacks and shorts and
Okay.
collared
All right.
shorts.
Thank God. Okay. So that is
He's gonna
actually
shop at Dick's.
yeah. That is
I'm
actually
still
my
going to, I'm still going to Marshall's
Yeah.
TJ Maxx, man. It's cheap.
yeah. My last thought is this. I promise to everyone that this is my guarantee. Ted will never wear sweatpants again if we win the lottery.
Oh yeah, no.
Yeah.
Just to bed.
He would wear them to bed.
Yeah. Oh, no. Do you wear? I don't wear pants when I go to bed.
I can't wear. Pants.
I just wear a
could
top.
Never wear. Pants.
I know.
I just wear a top.
I know.
I
I've
don't
been.
wear
I know.
pants.
I've been watching you.
I can't. First of all, I couldn't wear a shirt either.
So you're
I wear a pair
underwear
of
guy?
shorts. No, like
You're a
gym
shorts guy?
shorts. Gym shorts. Yeah.
Yeah, I know,
Really?
guys. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't
My-
sleep with a shirt on or pants.
Yeah, my
on.
video feed of you guys turns off at 1 o'clock in the morning every time. I know. Yeah, you don't have to tell me. I know that. Come on, you know. Mark, by the way, you know you favor your left side and you snore when you drool. You kind of drool a little bit when you're.
Oh
That's
man.
why my neck is all fucked up, dude. I can't turn to my right.
Oh, and by the way, you know your
This
cat.
is why my neck's
your-
messed
your
up. I gotta
cat-
sit on the other side because I sit here. Ted's to my right, Matt's to my left, and because Matt's our boss,
Yeah.
No.
we have
Matt's
to,
no
we-
one's boss.
We have to look at him.
Oh, and by the way,
That's bullshit.
You're right. There is something under your bed. You want to check it out. There's a secret door, I think, somewhere in your room. You might want to investigate that and close it up. You know, just you know.
So next week I'm gonna sit over there, Ted. I'm gonna sit over there next week.
That would be so weird if you move seats.
I am.
I
I'm
would
gonna sit
literally-
over there,
I
so
would
I'm
literally freak
looking
out.
to my right.
All right. No, enough. All right. Listen, thanks everybody for listening. We had a blast. We will see you
Can
guys.
can we end it on
Nope.
my song?
No more. We'll see you guys next week. Bye.